pill. I was looking for it. There you go.
Top crumb.
No, it's not a crumb. It's a pill. I was looking for it. It's in my beard. Oh, it's gone. Okay, I'll take another one. I put it on my beard. Because pills get stuck in there. Oh man. So I went to the fucking I went to the doctor to reinstall the screw that I have in my mouth, and I was afraid that they're gonna put it in the wrong way, and it's gonna scratch my cheek again, and it does. It's fucking horrible. I'm fucking super annoyed. I'm trying to like cope with it. It's annoying but not painful, so I'm trying to cope with it, but we'll see. We'll see what's gonna happen. I hope like I'm gonna adjust. I don't know. No, I can't cover this with wax, unfortunately. It's just too small. Tomorrow I go to the dentist. I'll ask they can put some special material on top, like special glue. What's the screw for? Oh my god, I fucking said this story like 10 fucking different times. It's pulling my tooth out. Fucking Christ, bro. Out of all people. You fucking ask that. Seriously? You know when you have something that you just know is there, when it reminds you that it's there, you just kind of want to like fuck with it, right? Like if you have something in between your teeth, your tongue is just like goes there and tries to like fish it out, right? It just does it. It's the same thing. Like it doesn't hurt, but it touches my cheek and it kind of scratches it. And my tongue is just like constantly in there, you know? More time than it's inside your mama. You'll be amazed at how long-time viewers can surprise you. Yeah, some of them are real fucking stupid, I agree. I agree, Aluma. I also think they're stupid, like just like you think that. That's true. I hate him. Hello. You wanna see the house of the Minister of Defense Shoigu? It's surprisingly very humble. Very humble house. Bruh, dude. Bro, fucking Mongoloid style. What do you think of Directorate of Operation in British East Squadron? Is that like a game or something? How is this Japanese? This is Mongol. It's not a game? Close enough. Is it? Look at that. Best way to consume Russian propaganda, and then a table to like what, write on fucking paper, dude. Yo, whatever the fuck this is, a fucking restaurant inside his house. Look at all them books he didn't read. Well, that's his house. Wow. Damn, salaries for ministers of defense must be very high. Right? Caricatures that were made when the when Prigozhin was attacking Moscow. Huh? Prigozhin here looks like a degenerate. Very well done. Kinda shows his essence. Oh, get it? Because he's like in a restaurant. What? Matched? What does that mean? Oh, thank you for rating. Oh, it's fucking yellow again. Oh, German for power. The Blade Runner, yeah. It's simple to destroy a country. Wanna know how? Probably the same way I destroyed your mama's pussy with my huge fucking dick. Just plopped it on her, and she got fucking caved in, dude. Hit himself. Why is he hitting himself? Funny caricatures. Okay. There's a secret video. A secret video was released today. Basically, so Putin receives special video reports on the battlefield from Ministry of Defense, and precisely on those video reports, Putin bases his understanding of the current situation on the battlefield. One of those videos was leaked today. Okay, let's watch it, guys. It's very interesting.
Страже Родины, guzzling buckets of his cum.
Thanks for subbing, bud.
Subscribed for 9 months.
The T-34, by the way. I thought that was really funny. Like, I feel like, according to what Putin is fucking saying, he thinks this is fucking real, dude. Unironically. Jesus fucking Christ. It is funny, though. It is funny. I'm sure to some level, they all believe something like this, right? The higher you go, the crazier. The crazier it becomes. So regarding the title of today's stream, we'll get there. First, some other news, but we'll get to the culmination a little bit later. So, Mr. Zelensky, we traveled hundreds of kilometers today. We're at different points, talked with soldiers of different brigades, visited the advanced positions of our troops in the southern direction.
Перед народженням хочу вам подякувати за
Thank you.
ваше життя, яке ви сьогодні віддаєте за всіх нас. Саме тут,
Thank you for protecting all of us and risking your lives every day.
Ми сьогодні проїхали сотні кілометрів, були на різних точках, бачили різних
We visited
хлопців,
different
різні бригади, різні наші
brigades, different guys at
героїчні
different
люди.
points of the front line.
Різні, але з однаковою цілею і метою. Це перемога
The
нашої
people are
держави
very different, but they all have one goal and objective,
від душі цього
is to
бажаю. На жаль,
for
що
Ukraine to win.
перемога дається такою високою ціною, дуже висока вартість. Я хотів би,
Unfortunately,
щоб
the victory
сьогодні
is being
наприкінці
achieved
дня
by a
ми
very high price.
вшанували
We're paying a very high price.
всіх тих ваших знайомих і не тільки ваших, а всіх побратимів, які загинули, захищаючи нашу державу і наше майбутнє.
A
Хвилина
lot of your
мовчання.
brothers and friends died protecting the country and our future. So let's have a minute of silence.
Дуже дякую. А вам бажаю
Thank you very much.
перемоги.
I wish you victory.
Це напевно, як я сказав, всі різні на різних точках нашого
As
фронту.
I said,
І на сході,
in different points of the front line, in the south and the east,
але ці
in the north.
однаково перемога
But
і міцність
victory
не втрачати її. Слава Україні!
is all we want to achieve.
Максима, вітаю, дякую за службу. Іван Іванович, честь нагородити вас.
Служу українському народу.
Дякую за службу. Вітаю вас. Дякую за службу. За слава. Дякую за службу. Вітаю вас. Юрій Вікторович, добре. Вітаю вас.
Служу українському народу.
Михайло, вітаю. Дякую за службу.
Дякую. Служу українському народу. Шеврон 44-ї бригади артилерійської.
Дякую вам, Максим. Добре.
Oh, another one on the wall.
Майор Богдан, вітаю вас.
What's Wagner? It's a private military company in Russia. Oh, now in Belarus. Wait, seriously, you don't know? They recently attacked Russia.
Вітаю вас.
Oh, that's Wagner. I read it as what's Wagner. Jesus Christ. No, you retarded or what? It's president of Ukraine and Ukrainian soldiers.
Служу народу України.
Вітаю, дякую за службу.
Служу народу України.
Дякую за службу. Служу українському народу. Вікторе, дякую за службу.
Служу українському народу.
Дякую вам за службу.
They're filming in McDonald's right now.
Дякую.
Have I played Metal Gear Solid a little bit, but I don't. I don't know. It's cringe.
Вітаю. Дякую за
I don't like that.
Служу українському народу.
Ще раз бережіть себе і бажаю вам всього тільки найкращого, потужної перемоги для України. Слава Україні!
It's like superpowers and military and some fucking. I don't know. It's too cheesy. It's like fucking anime. I hate anime. The worst thing about anime is writing, and that game literally has writing like in anime, so just fucking sucks. Tactical pen. Looks like Ukrainian forces. My guy is like lives in a parallel universe where the time just slowed down. Literally says I'm Ukrainian on the shirt. My guy is like, it looks like Ukrainian forces. A business jet of Yevgeny Prigozhin landed at the military airfield Machulishi near Minsk at 7:40 a.m. Monitoring group Belarusian Gayun says. Interesting. So he's in Belarus. Okay. So this is how the embankment of Kherson looks like after water receded.
Вот в таком состоянии набережная.
That's the status the embankment is in. State.
Тут вообще право. Как это, что корабль не утонул?
It says, I wonder how the ship is not sunk yet.
Течение чуть-чуть есть.
There's a little bit of
Он тоже все поразмла.
water flow. That's that. I wonder if it kind of like receded from, like it just all good now. I wonder. It's like completely receded. I mean, it's an embankment, so on the right bank of the river, it's like the water is completely gone then. The head of the Liberal Democratic Party, Leonid Slutsky, in Russia, said that Russia needs to create a contract army of 7 million people. Ah. Very liberal and very democratic. True. That ain't gonna happen, by the way. Just so you know. Railway tracks damage in the Kirov region of Crimea. That's pretty far, dude. Storm Shadow? What could have possibly done the damage except that, right? It's too far. Or maybe saboteurs. Partisans, yeah. Institute of Political research Institute of Political Research in Russia, says that Putin's rating grew to 90% after Prigozhin. Look at this fucking clown. After Prigozhin tried to do a coup. News from Parallel Reality. If anything, the Institute of Political Research is run by old freak friend Sergei Markov, who's once confused Peskov's son with Poroshenko's son. Yeah, it's propaganda outlet. Taiwanese military will destroy Chinese aircraft and ships if they enter the 12-mile zone near the island, says Taipei, which Taipei considers its territorial waters and airspace. This was stated by the representative of the Ministry of Defense of Taiwan, Major General Lin Wanghuang. Bro, they don't fuck around. You should have said 240%. That's an old meme from Russia where in the last election cycle, Putin had in one region 140% of votes. That was funny. So this is how Kakhovska hydroelectric power station looks like after 3 weeks after explosion. Most of it is actually visible now. Look at it, it's, oh sorry, look, it's absolutely dry on the other side, holy shit. Damn, bro. In Tatarstan, former Wagnerian Vladimir Lerner
I would be guzzling buckets of his cum.
Oh,
Shortcake McGee resubscribed for 10 months.
10 months.
Fuck Russia,
Tier
angry face.
3
Another mall
sub.
bombing. They're scum.
Tier 3 sub. Based as fuck. Another mall bombing. Not that I know of. In Tatarstan, former Wankarian Vladimir Lerner is on trial for drug trafficking. He's already been judged 7 times under similar articles. He not a good learner, huh? Doesn't learn from his mistakes. What is the chances gonna walk free? Corrupt piece of shit. Zelensky says that today soldiers advanced in all directions. Today is the front. Donetsk region, Zaporizhia, our soldiers advanced our positions. Directions of active action. Jesus fucking Christ. Okay. I can't translate that word. Today we're discussing front. Donetsk, Zaporizhia. Our warriors. Sorry. Our frontline positions. Directions of active combat on the front. We're talking with generals, Zubanich, Tarnavsky, Sodol, Syrsky. We had several operational solutions. I thank everyone who's right now fighting for Ukraine, who's ready to fight, and who is on the battle assignments and on battle posts. Kramatorsk Shopping Center, yeah, it's been a year. Or what are you talking about? CNN. All right, the Bayraktars. So basically, in the beginning of the war, Bayraktars were very effective because Russians would stretch out huge columns of their forces deep into our territory. They would have unprotected flanks they had limited amount of anti-air. Also, Russians did not expect attacks from the air because Russian propaganda said that they literally destroyed all of our aviation in the first day of the war, which wasn't true. So they basically super fucked up about the air defense. But when they retreated and started like doing things more smart, they had cover from anti-air, so it was more difficult for us to use the drones. Drones are very easy target, so to say. So when they saw a bunch of videos of Bayraktars being super effective, they started protecting their skies. Kramatorsk was hit today, but I heard something like 43 minutes ago. I heard that there was something, but it was said that there was nobody got hurt. Yeah, Bayraktars are not being used that much in the combat, like as in throwing bombs. It's more like a reconnaissance or something like that. Maybe that's the reason we didn't ask for Reaper drones to be transferred to us, because they could also be shut down. It'd be nice to use them as reconnaissance though. Okay. The West asked Ukraine not to hit Russia during Prigozhin's riot, says CNN. The Allies contacted Ukrainian officials with a request not to rock the boat so that it and the West would not be considered a threat to the sovereignty of the Russian Federation. Why? Who cares? During the Wanker riot, the US was in direct contact with Russia, says Kirby. US intelligence knew in detail about the plans of the Wankers, determined the routes of their movement, but they only told to their chosen allies. Cringe. I think we should have rocked the boat as much as we could. Fuck them. The United States does not believe that Russia is ready to undermine the Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant or use a nuclear weapon in Ukraine in the near future, says Kirby. Intelligence indicates that the threat is not imminent. Earlier, the head of the General Ukrainian Reconnaissance, Budanov, said that the situation at the plant has never been so serious. Honestly, I trust our reconnaissance more. Complete the t-shirt poll? We did. Oh, we didn't? Jesus. Oh, damn, 50-50 split. Sheesh. Okay. There you go. Lukashenko had a meeting. Main things. Bro, these clowns, it's just like fucking boring to even discuss anything they say, because everything they say is just fucking like dog shit, dude. Not interesting, boring, cringe. I gave all the orders to bring the army to full combat readiness. And here's Lukashenko's speech. It was painful to watch the events that took place in the south of Russia. Belarus has the technical capabilities to counter the threats from the west. Belarusian opposition against the backdrop of events in the Russian Federation was ready to implement the scenario of an armed rebellion, but a false start occurred. Yeah, it's kind of true. What is this? I literally posted this 2 days ago to my Telegram. I know, I saw it. Lukashenko is barking. If Russia collapses, we'll remain the rubble. We will all die. Good. The threat of a new global conflict has never been as close as it today. Global? I just... The cope. These countries are capable of doing anything on the global scale. Once again, they're trying to blow up our country, our entire region, to disorient people. The worst thing is that if there were turmoil, the West would instantly take advantage of it. Literally, the West was in the contact, not taking advantage of it. I think West needs to be less cocked and go back to good old times when they were deposing regimes and fucking around in the governments all around the world. I think that was a good fucking thing to do. The only law that exists in Russia is the right of force. You can kill 15 pilots and shoot down several helicopters and planes, capture a city of 1 million people and threaten to march through the capital. Nothing will happen to you for these minor offenses. Or you can write a post, leave a comment, condemn the war in a conversation with an informer, and as a result you will be imprisoned for 10 years. True. Putin apparently had a speech for soldiers. I don't know what the fuck he's doing. Shoigu is waiting for Putin's speech at the Formation Kremlin. Dude, their uniforms look so fucking cringe, by the way. They look bad and cheap and fucking... It just looks silly. It's just bad. Am I the only one? Their uniforms are fucking dog shit, dude. Best uniforms are from World War II. Jesus. Okay. To the main news. Lukashenko says Belarus nuclear weapons will be guarded by a private military company. PMC Wagner is brought into Belarus under the pretext of guarding nuclear weapons. This was retweeted by the head of Russian delegation in Vienna on arms control. However, there's a problem with that. He retweeted the news from the Panorama, which is like The Onion. It's a satirical news outlet. Oh my god. Real news in Russia are basically indistinguishable from fucking Onion articles, dude. So, can't really blame them. Also, they're all fucking morons, so it's not surprising. Hate the Onion. Putin says the army and the people were not with the people who what do you call them? What does this say? We're not with the rebels. Were they not? What about all those videos where they were? Huh? Putin says you stopped the civil war, acted clearly and harmoniously. Sometimes inaction is action. That's him talking to Russian military. Russian military stopped the incursion. Did they? Okay, it was cringe. Nobody cares. Nobody asked for this fucking statement. just jerks off the Russian military for stopping Prigozhin, even though they absolutely didn't do it. Oh, you did? You stopped it? Well, Putin should actually, you know, he should thank you. He doesn't know. By the way, I mean, I don't disagree. You did the exact, you did the same amount of work that Russian military did. 0. This fucking loser. Putin's main henchman in Europe came out with a new scandalous statement. It was directed, of course, against Ukraine. Ukraine is no longer a sovereign state. They have no money and weapons. They can only fight with the help. The United States decides when the peace comes, said a Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Dumás. In addition, he added he does not consider Putin a war criminal and spoke out against the sanctions. Can they be like removed from EU? Like everyone was, they absolutely should be kicked out. Kind of ironic, Prigozhin was bitching about Shoigu and his medals, and this event earned Shoigu another one. Did Shoigu actually receive another medal? They can get suspended rights, but Poland needs to agree. What does that has anything to do with Poland? Poland and Hungary have an agreement to never vote for each other getting kicked out? Really? Oh. Can you even do that? That seems like a cringe agreement. Countries can barely leave EU. UK did it. Putin said that PMC wanker was provided at the expense of the state. From May 2022 to May 2023, it took 86 billion rubles from the budget to maintain it. I think that's a surprise for many Russians. I hope that no one stole anything or stole less, but we will deal with it all, the Bunker King commented on the situation. Meanwhile, Russia, fucking absolute desolate, dilapidated garbage dump. Nice usage of funds. Billions and billions of rubles, trillions at this point, I would even say, used in Ukraine to fight for what? And all that money could have used inside the country. Pathetic. A government plane flies from Moscow to Washington to pick up Russian diplomats. The Russian Foreign Ministry said that we're not talking about their expulsion. Well, oops. You can love your country but still disagree with some of the choices, no? I think that the decision to leave EU was basically prompted by Russia and the like, destabilizing the situation inside your country, making you leave the alliance. Russia is very interested in countries not being in EU and NATO. Less countries there are, it's better for them. It's going to be weaker. Countries could be invaded. There was a flight of two. There was a flight of 2222 M3, which launched 2 rockets. Their speed is more than 4,000 kilometers per hour. Yuri Ihnat said about the today's missile launches. I think they were shut down, right? Or were they not? 2222. Fucking Christ. Yeah, they were shut down. Here's the plane. Jesus fucking Christ. Where? There's so many planes, holy shit. Damn, bruh. Holy fuck. Damn. It's the top one. This one. We're going to China. Okay. The Department of anyway, Ukraine says that there's no deployment of bases for Wankerites in Belarus because there's war such news. There were such news circulating that in Belarus they already started building camps for Wankers so that they could be in the short future be used to attack the north of Ukraine. I thought that just silly, yet another like fucking attack from the north. Our government says that there's no bases like that. Regarding the emergence of information about the possible construction of bases for Russian mercenaries on the territory of Belarus, we do not record such works at this time. At the same time, it cannot be ruled out. Well, what's up, buddy? I'm doing all right. Oh, it's a border control. Okay. Got it. Thank you. Border control said, yeah. PMC Wanker will train the Belarusian army, says Lukashenko. They will talk about weapons which worked well and which did not. In tactics. Okay, listen. Today we're gonna explain to you what weapons worked well and what weapons didn't work well, okay? Weapons that work well. Basically anything that Ukrainians use from the West. Weapons that don't work well. Basically everything that we use. Any questions? Now regarding on how to attack and how to defend. We never defended, we just attacked. Basically you just go until you're killed. Any questions? Here's the thing, if you will disagree to go towards the enemy position, you will be taken to jail, which, as you know, we will visit and we will conscript you again. So you can you don't have a choice. Okay, Lukashenko was also talking about how the discussion with Prigozhin went, but this is so cringe. I don't even know if any of this is true at all, and it doesn't really provide any like interesting information at all. It just like cringe. I don't know. Remember how people were I think we watched a video from the Telegraph on who's gonna be the next NATO General Secretary, and they said that most likely it's gonna be Stoltenberg for another year, and it is. Stoltenberg will remain NATO Secretary General for another year, says Euractiv. Previously, he was going to leave his post in October 2023. However, none of the contenders was able to win the support of all NATO members. Stoltenberg pleases everyone with his ability to manage the organization in a crisis situation. Was he promoted to colonel? I don't know. No idea. Iron Dome for Ukraine. US senators called for a battery of this air defense systems to be provided to Ukraine. Well, Stoltenberg just needs to start doing a bad job. They voted for him because they like my impression of him. Maybe that's true. Maybe it is not. NATO will. It is stated in a letter from Senators Golan and Graham from both parties, the US now has 2 Iron Dome batteries. One has finished preparation, is ready for deployment. They cover yes package already? Not yet. I will.
Speaker, as part of their summer campaign to reclaim illegally occupied territory, Ukraine has already recaptured approximately 300 square kilometers. That's more territory.
Bro, you can't seriously support Brexit. It was literally like planned by enemies of your country. Do you not understand that?
Territory that Russia seized in its whole winter offensive. They continue to make gradual but steady tactical progress, undertaking major offensive operations on 3 main axes in the south and eastern Ukraine. In the Luhansk Oblast, Russian forces have made their own significant effort to launch an attack in the Sebryanka forest near Crimea. Russia has had some small gains, but Ukrainian forces have prevented a breakthrough. In Donetsk Oblast, Ukraine has gained impetus in its assaults around Bakhmut. In multiple brigade operations, Ukrainian forces have made progress on both the north and southern flanks of the town. Russia do not appear to have the uncommitted ground forces needed to counter the multiple threats it is now facing from Ukraine, which extends over 200 kilometers from the Bakhmut to the eastern bank of the Dnieper River.
You're an American against globalism. How can you be against globalism? Do you have a single argument against globalism? I'm super curious. How can any thinking intellectual person be against globalism? It's just so stupid. We as a nation refuse to play the EU music anymore. It was corrupt and still is. Bro, you have zero proof of any corruption, and it was absolutely beneficial for the UK and all other members to be in EU. People in Ukraine are literally dying right now to be in EU. Do you not understand what privilege you had and you just threw away? It was an absolute misstep. And countries like Russia were interested in Britain and other countries leaving military alliances, economic alliances, because they hurt your country. All you need to do is to see who wins against who wants you to do what, and you can see exactly if it's gonna play against or in favor of your country. How can you think it's so illogical? Bro, you're fucking retard. Oh my fucking god. Just think about it logically for 2 fucking minutes. People create alliances for what? To live worse? Are you fucking stupid? Jesus fucking Christ. Oh my god. Oh, Jesus Christ. Holy cringe. Because individual freedoms shouldn't be squandered by elitists. With the privilege comes loss of sovereignty. What? I asked you, what is bad about globalism? Give me a specific example, not some fucking brain dead fucking conspiracy fucking degen fucking a specific example, please. A specific one, not some fucking blabbing about some fucking degen shit. God, my vocabulary is not good today, but goddamn, you're all fucking stupid. Holy shit. I wouldn't carry on. Thompson doesn't like people having different opinion. Bro, I'm okay with people having different opinion. You have to substantiate it. For some reason, people who have different opinion never seem to have any proof of their opinion being any better. Globalism is great. Exploit the poor countries. Fuck third world. Do you really think that's what globalism is about? Where do you all get that information? Jesus Christ, you all fucking dumb. You can't, like, you have absolute lack of logical thinking. You have absolute lack of understanding how information dissemination works. You have absolute lack of understanding how to filter through news and through bullshit information. Cheap labor and cheap resources. So what? China has cheap labor. Is globalism bad for China? They're exporting 85% of their shit to fucking Western markets. How is it bad for China, for example? How is that exploitation? Glad you approached it with logic and reasoning. No, I'm not gonna engage with you fucking moron having absolutely zero proof to your degenerate fucking thinking. The whole world is on my side. You, some fucking 5 dipshits here and 5 dipshits there, have absolutely no substantiative proof or anything at all. Oh, globalism is bad because the elites or some... Anything specific to say? Anything at all? How is globalism bad? Can you tell me a single bad thing about it? Fuck you, retard. Go fuck your mom. Globalism is good. It allows Americans to get fat and happy on the couch. Oh my god. Jesus Christ, you're all fucking stupid. Holy shit. One bad thing is how it shifts power from democratic processes to multinational corporations. And how does it do that? And how does it do that? Can you give me a specific example, please?
I missed the part where that's my problem.
They can't tell you because they only know their favorite slogans from their favorite YouTubers. True? Bro, like, here's what you need to think about, okay? If you have an absolute conviction that go against the general consensus, you need to check your own opinions and follow your own logic there, okay? You don't need to listen to somebody's opinion, to somebody's statements, to somebody's explanations. You need to think about it yourself, okay? If you say globalism is bad, do you even know what globalism is? Start from there. Read what is globalism. Or you can just fucking ask ChatGPT, but that's kind of the lazy way, right? That's just asking somebody else's still again. But there's no, like, grand conspiracy. There's no fucking Mason shit. It doesn't exist, okay? It doesn't. Globalism is good because countries are good at specific things. Just the base of it, right? Countries are good at doing specific things, and when they work together, they produce better outcomes. It's just very simple, just like nations work, just like people in group work. Like, have you ever had an assignment in your fucking school where you work alone and when you work in a group? Working in a group always produces better outcomes. This is literally the same fucking thing, just on a global scale. When we're gonna be fucking leaving to different planets and we're gonna colonize the fucking Milky Way, motherfuckers gonna be saying, oh, the fucking multiplanetarism is so fucking cringe, dude. Can't we just like stay on our planet? And like, this is such a backwards thinking. It's the same as saying like isolationism is good. It doesn't matter, bro. You're losing the point. Globalism doesn't have to be perfect. It has to be better than not globalism. Do you understand that? There's no such thing as taking our jobs, by the way. This is fake. It's not real. Nobody's taking your job. If your job is to fucking work in a plant and pack a fucking thing in a box, then, well, fuck you, I don't give a shit. If you're gonna lose your job, because that's not a fucking good job to have anyway, and you can't sustain yourself having a shit job like that for a very long time. Some fucking Chinese dude is gonna do that instead of you, and you can learn and get a better job, be more educated. Your fucking kid's gonna be more educated and gonna have a better job to do. There's no finite amount of jobs, okay? If your market is gonna move those jobs somewhere else, you're gonna have new jobs, better jobs. A very good example of of immigrants, for example, being in America and working those manual jobs that Americans don't want to work on anymore. We recently watched a video with a specific example. Here, I'm demonstrating you specific examples that you failed to demonstrate, okay? Where some fucking moron that I banned said that I only scream and insult people. I'm giving you an example right here. There was an example of American farmers, and there was a legislation in Florida that somehow, I don't remember a specific legislation, but it somehow interfered with immigrants working for these farmers. And basically, the farmers are saying, okay, here's what's gonna happen, right? If we want to hire Americans, they will require a much higher pay, and they also don't like working manual physical labor, so they will need some machinery that will be able to work the fields. And if small farmers cannot afford that super expensive machinery, they're fucked, okay? So the farming is going to be further monopolized by big corporations that have the means, and the produce is going to be more expensive. If that's what you want, that's fine. Like, then sure, go ahead. But you just have to be informed. If you're like anti-immigration, anti-globalism, you have to be prepared to just pay more. And I don't know if anyone wants to pay more. It's just not a smart thing to do. And the thing is, you're not the only country that exists in the world. If you're gonna be isolationist, which is anti-globalism basically, other countries won't. Other countries won't.
Globalism is a fundamentally flawed concept regardless, because the Earth is flat.
It's not globalism, okay? And other countries, think about this from this perspective. Other countries won't isolate themselves. And me living in a country that is not isolated, I'm gonna have cheaper produce. I'm gonna have more access to more things that are gonna be cheaper, that is going to be more readily available in better quantity, right? And we're going to develop because of that faster. So you're gonna be left behind. Do you understand that? You don't want to live in a country that is left behind. That's the argument in favor of globalism. It doesn't have to be perfect, but if your only argument against globalism is that a bunch of like elites control, like you understand that it lacks specifics like altogether. This is just some made up bullshit. You have no specific example to point to. It just doesn't follow logical thinking. Oh, some dude somewhere doing something. That's not how it works. But you're either young or you're just uneducated. If you don't want me to call you just fucking R-worded. If some people don't like me just calling you stupid, I can substantiate it more, okay? That's me substantiating it. Same thing with the fucking Brexit. Like, you absolutely... I'm not saying UK is bad. People who say that in the chat are fucking cringe. UK is base as fuck. They're helping us with the war. They're helping us with equipment. All shit like that. But loving your country is not the same as thinking your country is perfect. Okay? It's far from it. Because you always need to strive to do better. And leaving an economical alliance. Do you understand that? Do you see how many countries want to join EU? There's specific reasons they want to do that. It is economical alliance. It eases up a lot of economical processes that your country, to increase trade and increase like flow of workforce back and forth. It's really good. It is good. Like, you can still love UK. And people who say, like, UK food and shit like that, it's all memes. That don't, like, I don't agree with any of that. We've seen plenty of videos where there's awesome food. It is food from other countries, but who cares, right? It's not like fucking Americans just all eat cheeseburgers. English breakfast is good. I like tea. Anyway, I hate beans. But yeah, also you have to consider, look at the countries who want people out of alliances. People like Russia, an absolute degenerate fucking cancer growth on this fucking planet. If they want you to do something, you have to do exact opposite of that. Because Russia wanted Trump to win because obviously they work together to some extent, but Trump is also a fucking moron. But he also, like, he wanted, his rhetoric was like very isolationist, right? Isolating America from the rest of the world means that America is not going to interfere with what Russia is doing all around the world. And America absolutely needs to interfere. The same thing with Brexit. Same thing with, like, countries not joining NATO and stuff like that. Like, on the example of Ukraine, it's very obvious, but it is what they do in other countries as well. It's just not as obvious as it is in our country. But they never wanted us in EU. They never wanted us in NATO. And you know why? Because they wanted to exert pressure on Ukraine. And us being in those alliances would make it impossible from both economical perspective and militarily. These alliances objectively good for countries that participate in them. And politicians trying to blame EU for their own missteps is exactly that. It's just like, oh, we have problems because of EU. No, you have problems because you're mismanaging the country. That's what's happening. And it's true. It's populism. Populism is trying to sell you something so obvious. And it's, how can you respect yourself? Fucking taking the bait and then calling me a fucking moron and a rude piece of shit when I call you out on it. Fucking trying to educate you. I'm not saying I'm smarter than you. I'm just saying that you're just uneducated on the issue. And listening to fucking morons that just spew populist bullshit is not gonna get you any further. I'm sure there's some things you can educate me on. Not a lot of them, but... yeah, I'm a piece of shit, but, you know, I'm a good piece of shit, okay? Stop that. UK is good. I like UK. I want to visit after the war. There's plenty of documented evidence of Russia interfering in foreign elections, interfering in other countries and doing like social engineering, launching fake news, pitting different groups against each other. What's stopping wankers from invading Moscow or Belarus in the future? From Belarus in the future? What's stopping is Prigozhin is a pussy. He's not gonna do it again, and they will make sure that wanker is not gonna have the amount of people and the amount of equipment to do that again. It was one shot, and they missed it. Wagner is basically getting demilitarized, true. So Minister of Defense Ben Wallace says during its summer campaign, Ukraine has already liberated approximately 300 square kilometers of its territory. That's more than Russia captured in its entire winter campaign. And we started war. We started what, 2 weeks ago? By the way, we still did an attack with the full force. It's also a fact that far-right in America funded Brexit. Russia funded Brexit. Russia funds far-right in America. Like all those groups, you have to look at successful governments, and there's only a handful of them. And if you see any people that go against the grain, that go against what the government stands for, those are the people who are interested in these governments failing. Those are literal foreign agents, unironically. When you look at America, yes, it may have some problems, but it's a global superpower. It's doing pretty well compared to many other countries. And there's people who literally want to destroy shit from the ground up. That's not how you make a change. When you completely reform things, you introduce a lot of things that you haven't thought about. That's like you kind of learn these things when you're working in like a productive environment with professionals. You kind of start seeing and understanding that drastic measures and drastic actions are hurtful, and they're hurtful in politics as well. Especially in the government managing. It's absolutely so difficult to manage a fucking country. It's very difficult. People have difficulty managing fucking staff at McDonald's, dude. Can you imagine a whole fucking country? Like, come on, son. It's a very complicated machine, and you can't fuck with it too much. It has to be slow, but you're gonna go much further, you know? It's gonna be much safer. And of course, some countries have it way better than others. Some are people say Scandinavian countries doing pretty well, you know. So they're kind of in front on some things. Maybe they're behind on some other things, you know. So. There's some things that can happen to countries which will propel them faster into changing. It's exactly what's happening in Ukraine right now. We're absolutely taking like strides. We're sprinting towards EU right now. Yeah, a good example of the EU questionnaire, like the amount of things that need to happen in your country is like, yeah, it's like pages and pages and pages. It's extremely complicated. So many moving parts, but people who listen to populists who sell a snake oil solution that's just like one thing that changes everything for the better, it's never that. If you see somebody peddling that, Huson, they're fucking populist fucking degen dipshits. what my politics are, I don't really I don't have a politics. I'm just normal thinking. I'm clearly thinking human being, okay? Beings. And I'm I would say that working in a professional environment gave me a lot of like understanding how complicated shit works. Not how it specifically works, but that how complicated it can be. And it gives you a very good perspective on the world as well. To not be being rash and like saying some shit and just being fucking looking like a fucking moron. Am I a social democrat? I don't even know who I am. I think I took like a quiz some time ago. I'm pretty right down in the middle. The politic compass or whatever the fuck, I'm right in the center, dude. So, and I think that's where you need to be. I think that's where you need to be. Balance in life is one of the most important things you can sustain, okay? In everything, in relationships, in finance, balance between spending and earning, right? Balance between having fun in relationships and being committed and stuff like that. It's all a balance. Balance in your work, balance in your personal life, balance in politics. Most people are a mix of many things depending on the issue, but if you in general try to seek a moderate balance, you don't go far wrong. Huh? We need a more corporate culture in the government. I think it concerns Ukraine. I don't know how other governments work. Our government definitely inherited a lot of fucking trash fucking systems from USSR, and the quicker countries abandon them and quicker they reform them, the better it works. We have some specific parts of our government that definitely switch to a more corporate structure, and they're very successful. Oh, I see. You worded it poorly. So yeah, I think that don't go too corporate. I think I remember I know you all hate Elon Musk or whatever, but I think he said that, or at least that's where I heard it from, that he incorporated like a system of having small like startup teams in his big corporation. And he says they're working way more efficiently that way and producing better results, better ideas and stuff like that. I think that's what government needs to do. I think you need to split people into like manageable things. Don't have big offices with a bunch of people. It's very hard to manage a lot of people. So have like specific small teams. Small teams of people are really good at producing very good results. And they're super efficient too. As soon as it grows like too big, then you lose efficiency. It's not a discussion about Elon Musk. I just said that I agree with that like corporation structure. When people say corporation, they imagine like these big fucking monolithic things. No. Especially like tech corporations, they know they need to get ahead. Okay, and they're really like the fucking I think people management and process management in software developer companies are like top tier, right? And if you wanna like incorporate a system that manages processes and people, you wanna look at software development companies, especially because government in most of its capacity is like management rather than doing the thing, you know? Like, for example, like fixing the roads in the country. Yeah, you gotta do it, but if you plan well, and if you allocate the budget well, and if you look through all that thing from start to finish, it's gonna work. It could work like clockwork, right? And you can save so much money, and therefore make even more roads way better, you know? I think if Zelensky is not gonna run for the second term, people in Ukraine are unironically gonna fucking beat him up, dude. I don't think anyone's gonna even ask him. Government efficiency equals a pipe dream here in California. It doesn't have to be a pipe dream, but Zelensky said he's postponing democracy until after the war. That's not what he said. According to the government law, to the law in Ukraine, and I'm sure every fucking other country in the fucking world, if you are in the state of war, you can't have elections. Kind of makes sense. But yeah, we have martial law. We can't have elections. And it's good that we're not having them. Forced mobilization in Ukraine? We're in the fucking war. Yeah, there is. So? Saw the videos of them kidnapping citizens and forcing them into war? Yeah! That's how it works. Hello? You fucking stupid? Scary situation? It's the war! Yeah, it is scary. It's called war. Jesus, these fucking 3 IQ takes. Should have a choice. There's a war, motherfucker! Literally not a single country in the world gives you a choice to join a military when there's a war. There's a reason for that. You see the video of the minefield? No. Have you seen foreigners reacting to Zelensky New Year's speech? No, I've seen our people react to it though. Even I had a tear in my eye. America was never invaded. Didn't you get conscripted in Vietnam War? Wasn't a choice back then either. Am I wrong?
Hello, beautiful Camille.
Russia doesn't want you. Shut the. Oh my god, you're an actual fucking degenerate. I fucking knew it. I smelled that you were fucking 0 IQ, pro-Russian fucking pathetic fucking cunt loser, dude. I fucking knew it. You're literal fucking subhuman brain dead moron. Get the fuck out of my chat.
Community, my commentary about Putin's, and this is not really a term of abuse, but pathetic and wobbly speech. I've written it in the form of a Twitter thread that will actually help us, as always, get through the points quickly. It lasted just over 5 minutes, I think. Putin's speech reveals weakness and new possibilities is just the old point for the politicization of the Russian space. Don't exaggerate this. Don't think that the depoliticized blob in the middle is going to dissolve or that there's going to be a revolution in Russia. Not at all. But though we shouldn't exaggerate this crack in Putin's aura of legitimacy, which we talked about on the video in the main channel yesterday, that crack is there, he knows about it, and it's irreversible. Still, I see that Putin is feeling incandescent rage at Prigozhin. This image of a dictator overthrown via a mutiny of a certain kind, a mutiny that's got out of control, is an ultimate nightmare for Putin. So he feels incandescent rage at Prigozhin. That came through again. Betrayal is the highest moral crime for Putin, and his relationship with betrayal is traumatic, in my view. Now, of course, Prigozhin wasn't trying to replace Putin, but Prigozhin generated a potentially revolutionary situation. That's how I'd put it. And if that situation had gone further, it's not clear what Prigozhin would have done, although the odds are that he would have been handled eventually by the state and by the regime. But I'm saying here, Putin spoke as though Prigozhin's march presented an existential threat to his life. I'm confident about that psychological observation about Putin. He spoke with the wobbliness of somebody who felt that his power was in danger, and his life relatedly too. The message to the Wagnerites who participated in the march is extraordinary, and its weakness won't, go unnoticed. He roughly said that you've done something so terrible, but I forgive you. The I forgive you bit is implied, but very strongly implied in various things he said. So those of you who accept that you've made a mistake, these are pretty much his words, can sign up with the MOD, can just go home, or can go to Belarus. And we're going to see what that means, because we don't know. Many experts' assumption was that if Prigozhin goes to Belarus, that's not the same as Prigozhin going to Belarus with some Wagner folks accompanying him in numbers, because it's not clear how that would be acceptable to anybody, including Lukashenko. So what that means, that Putin is telling them, you can go to Belarus, we're going to have to follow. Of course, revolutions we know are impossible for Mr. Putin. They have to be expressions of malign foreign interference. And so Putin's notion that organic revolutions are impossible came out. Wagnerites on the march, he said, were working toward the USA's and Ukraine's goals of destroying Russia. And Putin was perilously close to really thanking them for stopping in time. And the implication is almost that, and it's not the implication, but it's almost an implication. And one or two commentators have teased this out already, so it's nothing original here. But the implication is almost that the Wagnerites on the march realized that they were being used by the West and stopped in time. Now on to the states and the regime's response. Putin excused the tardiness of response by saying that there was roughly an instruction to avoid bloodshed, and he thanked civil society for consolidation against mutiny. Putin knows that this last bit about civil society is a farcical lie. On the other hand, while he thanked
the bus driver,
those who had to take on the Wagner March from the air and those who got killed, he didn't thank the army in general as an institution. And so I say, on the other hand, he actually could have thanked the army for remaining averse to the mutiny. And this does, to some extent, bring out an interesting distinction between the regime and the state. that has been emphasized by several, including by Jeremy Morris recently, whose last piece about how all of us who follow experts, academics, advocates, entrepreneurs, info warriors with their commentary online, how all of us make sense of this environment. And it's some interesting reflections on that. So this is going to come up soon. We're going to have a little format, because I get a lot of these requests and I never really realize them. We're going to read through together some very short pieces and use that as a model for guiding ourselves into watching and listening better to the world around us. I think so. On top of Jeremy's piece, there's a piece in the queue that Peter Pomerantsev wrote in The Guardian that's got a lot of praise but also a lot of criticism. So this will be a fairly easy format. The readings will be quite short, and the point will never be to approve or shoot down the piece, but to exploit it, right, as a way of us reflecting on how people going about making sense of the political world could do it better. Lots of left talk soon.
There's no election in Ukraine. We already discussed this. There's no election in Ukraine because of the war. We literally are like in the emergency state, and we can't have elections according to our constitution. That's how it works. Also, just so you know, everyone fucking loves Zelensky. Even if there were elections, everyone just would vote for him. What the fuck is the point? There's obviously other reasons. Other reasons for that. Dylan had a debate about it yesterday. What did he say? What was the debate about? Bro, I watched Destiny have a debate with somebody, and he said something so stupid, and I was like, oh my god, Destiny said something stupid? I was so surprised. They were discussing some situation inside they were discussing some situation inside US, and then he said yeah, like for example in Ukraine situation, Destiny said that he was glad that US did not turn off SWIFT from Russia completely, because he's afraid that if they're gonna use all of their levers of pressure, then they won't have any levers left, and then Russia won't like be persuaded by any other means other than military means. And he's also afraid that if they use all the levers, then Russia will adapt, like Iran, for example, and it was just going to be cut off from the world but still exist. Just because that is a possibility, you cannot ignore and not impose sanctions and other economical restrictions to the country, because it still hurts the country. Precisely, it was very strange that Destiny said something like that, but precisely because of what we discussed previously regarding globalization, a country that is cut off from the entire world simply does not have the capacity to be as efficient as if it has some help from the outside. Russia is literally incapable of producing their own semiconductors, their chips, and shit like that. America cutting off Russia from SWIFT, from other for imports, exports, other economical activities, is not gonna make Russia stronger. It's absolute stupid argument. I can't believe Destiny said something like that. That America shouldn't use all of their levers because they won't have any of them left. That's the point of the fucking levers, is to when there's time to use them, you fucking pull them, dude. Otherwise, what is the point? You're gonna like what? Oh, you be careful! Oh, we're gonna do it. We're about to do it. I'm gonna come. I'm about to do it. I'm about to do it. Listen. Like, and it doesn't matter. I think that America should pull all the levers on Russia and watch the fucking country burn. Fuck them, dude. Kramatorsk again. Yeah, you were talking about it. If there's a zombie horde, don't shoot all. What a stupid parallel. It doesn't work like that. If there's a zombie horde, don't shoot all of your bullets because you won't have any. That doesn't make sense. Makes sense in a specific scenario where you're like, you know, have limited amount of bullets and you're like running from cover to cover, and if a zombie gets close, you're like popping them. Then of course shooting all of your bullets all at once doesn't make sense. But that's a bad parallel. That's not a good example, because you're I don't know why you think it's equal in any capacity. He said that meaning that there won't be anything else to bargain with. There's no bargaining with Russia. Americans fail to understand this. They only need to be destroyed. That's it. Like on the battlefield in Ukraine, they need to have a military defeat. There's absolutely nothing you can do to bargain with them. Just that's it. Just Westerners have this very
I would be guzzling buckets of his cum.
Brett Yerkri subscribed
they think
for 2
that
months.
Russia will listen to
Ukraine
reason.
top scene
Nothing.
hypers.
Thanks for subbing. Nothing they do has any reason in it at all. Russia understands force. That's it. And we gotta go full force. Russia could still escalate in some ways. We haven't seen them use chemical weapons, presumably because some levers hadn't been used. No, it has nothing to do with the levers. There were specific red lines that the West said that the usage of chemical and nuclear weapons is going to mean further escalation, and the West is gonna up their game as well, but it's militarily. Militarily, not economically. Economically too, but I think that economic levers should be used, all of them. All of them should be used now. All of them should have been used from day one. Their economy could have gotten it really, really bad. The hit in Kramatorsk, 3 people died and 25 people got wounded. Not giving Ukraine proper long-range capabilities is a big mistake. Listen, the West was afraid that we're gonna go off our rocker and we're gonna start doing this shit in Russia. And I don't know why they're fucking concerned about that whatsoever. And we would, you know. It's basically like in military sense, there's like a thing that if we would have the same capabilities with long range missile attacks as Russia, they wouldn't be doing this. They wouldn't be doing this. Because it means that we would be doing the same. And we would. Absolutely, absolutely. No hesitation. Retaliatory attack. Every time Russia does something like this, we explode something like that on their fucking territory. Easy. That's it. And we're gonna do that. If you want to see, I can't show this, but the first minutes after the explosions in Kramatorsk. Maybe I could show it with the filter, but I don't know if you would see anything at all, so you can click the link and see it. Russian propaganda code.
Знали о планах Пригожина заранее. Американская разведка еще в середине июня, оказывается, была в курсе того, что Пригожин что-то затевает. Сообщают сегодня американские СМИ. По данным New York Times, например, в четверг, 22 июня, спецслужбы сообщили руководителям Конгресса о готовящемся мятеже.
I assume they're gonna omit everything that concerns America being in close contact with Russia regarding this whole thing.
Однако американские лидеры решили промолчать, русским ничего не сказать, запастись попкорном и с удовольствием понаблюдать за расколом в России. Более того, Байден, его госсекретарь Блинкен, глава Пентагона Остин, председатель комитета начальников штабов вооруженных сил США Марк Милле звонили своим европейским товарищам, чтобы успокоить их из-за ситуации в России, мол, ничего.
It's not even true, but if that was the case, so what? Everyone fucking hates you. At least you didn't imply that it was done by America.
Ничего страшного, пусть, сообщает Политикос со ссылкой на администрацию Вашингтона. Вот только все три анонимных источника канала в итоге признали для ведомства,
America was in the contact, according to John Kirby, America was in the contact with Russia during this whole thing.
Единственное, о чем беспокоились в Вашингтоне, как действия Пригожина повлияют на контроль над ядерным арсеналом России. А то, что русские будут убивать русских, никого...
Bro, you're killing each other for the fucking whole history, fucking... Who cares? You're fucking second-class citizens. Literally nobody gives a fuck about you in the fucking world. Go fucking kill each other. We don't give a fuck. Good. Good. Nobody cares. Holy fucking shit. Go fuck yourself, you dumb fucking bitch. Nobody cares. Oh my god. Pathetic. Subhuman pieces of shit. Oh, Russians gonna kill Russians? Good. Holy shit. You've been doing that anyway. What the fuck? 200 fucking Russians died in the war in Ukraine. You did that. You killed them. With our hands. We enjoyed it, but that's another thing, you know? Fucking Christ.
Hello everyone, this is your daily
I need a minute.
This YouTuber wanted to try something very risky. They wanted to see if they could move a giant bag full of flour through airport security. Security was obviously very suspicious and needed to do some tests. After a closer look at the powder, security let him through.
You're the best. Thank you.
He's like, wow, can't believe that worked. Thank you. I should have said that. No, little bug. Oh,
he might be 6 years old, but he already has the business mindset.
I take pictures of people in the suit. They think I'm acting smart. They pay us money. I have a job. Okay.
Yeah, that's it. No, a bit to the right. Bit more. Bit more. Bit back. Tiny bit. Bit down a tiny bit. Down a tiny bit. Yeah, perfect.
This is what a balloon pop sounds like in an anechoic chamber.
Come here.
I think this guy might be a little too smart to be inside a zoo.
Caesar?
This Navy pilot had to eject after losing control.
Oh, he just crashed.
Can you just like turn it off?
Oh. Oh.
I found this company that makes really cool interactive keyboards.
Cringe. Useless. Та ні, там же ж не весь літак прийдеться міняти. What is that song like? Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do.
Imagine being so uncoordinated that cheating doesn't even help.
Is that misogyny, by the way? From Daily Dose? Holy shit, didn't know Daily Dose of Internet was a misogynist. What's his real name? Where does he live? He's a misogynist, guys.
This beaver was rescued and can't live in the wild anymore, but the urge to build a dam is still there.
Oh, it's so cute. Oh my god, it's so cute. He builds a dam. Look, a little beaver. Oh.
Here's how you take off a camera lens in space. I just found out it's totally normal for police officers in Paris to have rollerblades on.
Is that true? Is that really true though?
That is the end of this video. I hope you learned something new, and I'll see you guys again very, very soon. Later.
Okay, well, that was that. Does this one have
Все, короче, давай.
It does. It does have them subbies. Subtitles. Never seen them in rollerblades when I lived in Paris. Might be something newer, or I wasn't paying attention. Or you're a fucking liar and you never actually were in Paris, okay? I wouldn't be surprised, honestly. Not the first time chatter is fucking full of shit. It is what it is, though, you know. Who was in Paris? I will say it. I'm about to say it. Listen here. Listen carefully, okay? I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. I know who was in Paris. I was in Paris. I was in Paris with my with my friends. We had a very nice time together. We were at the we went nuclear. We went nuclear in Paris, you know. It was a great time. We all enjoyed it. It was great. It was good. I liked it very much. All right, guys. A chill, dude. A chill, bruh. Okay. Please, a chill. All right. Here's what's up. We're gonna watch a video while there's some ADHD stuff on the screen for the Zoomers. Okay. So we're gonna watch this video. And hopefully it's not gonna, hopefully it's ain't gonna lag on the screen. It has them subtitles, so you better fucking read. If the video is too small and you can't see the subtitles, too fucking bad.
Вези сюда,
I don't
вези.
care.
Все, я, блядь, даю интервью журналистам серьезным, слышь? Я даю интервью, вы мне тут устраиваете, блядь, вот это нахуй, ну, шо, блядь? Давай.
Why is it like this?
Нет. Вот эта служба в бригаде и вся вот эта история медийная, это первый раз в жизни, блядь, вообще. Я избегал, блядь, всячески.
А
Вообще.
чего?
Ну, конспирация, блядь. Ну, в
So
смысле.
good? 2 times the
Ни в
speed? Come on.
соцсетях, страницам, никакой хуйни публичной, т.д.
He's cursing a lot.
А зараз той публічність може допомогти
Кому?
тобі?
Мне?
Угу.
В чем? У меня все заебись, зачем мне помогать?
I hope they ain't gonna show like bad stuff though. They're not,
Тогда
right?
залетаем сюда, блядь, понял, в село. И забираем его нахуй, пиздец.
А після війни чим ти будеш займатися?
Это интервью уже пошло?
Да.
Охуеть, это экспром, да, погнало такое?
Та да.
Ага. Это же зависит от того, на самом деле, что будет после войны. Ну, если все будет хорошо, то буду заниматься спортом и фермерством.
Фермерство?
Фермерством. Ну, то есть, если не надо будет мое участие, ну, когда все будет хорошо прям. Ну, обычно после войн, те, кто побеждают войну, ну, по-настоящему, тех все хорошо в стране встает. И уже какие-то пассионарные действия там особо и не нужны, да, то есть можно будет заняться своими какими-то
Ну, в політику ти...
подобаниями. Да так, в политику-то придется идти, когда все будет плохо. Ну а зачем идти в политику, если все хорошо, правильно? То есть, ну, что там делать?
Міняти страну.
Так если все хорошо, значит уже поменялось. Все.
Ну, ти взагалі думав, що ти там можеш стати командиром батальйону?
Не.
А як ти бачив там, ну, себе у війні? Ти ж на війні все одно там не зараз.
Ну, я бачив себе у війні просто піхотинцем. Ну, якимось розвідником. Все. Тобто командиром я себе не бачив.
Is he a commander of the 3rd Assault
Коли
Brigade?
я себе
Or...
побачив,
Ні, коли ти
Who's this
прийшов
guy?
на війну?
Any Ukrainians explain, please? I don't follow stuff like
одразу.
this.
Ну, ти в 14-му прийшов,
я в кінці серпня прийшов.
в кінці серпня.
Да. В кінці серпня, кінець, ну, а конкретно це десь 29, десь чи 30 серпня.
А після Азову куди ти пішов?
Правий сектор.
Правий сектор. І там вже, де який напрямок у тебе був?
Пєск.
Пєск.
І Маріуполь потім.
А чому вирішив іти в правий сектор?
Тому що на той час там було більше драйву, ніж в Азові. Ну і насправді тоді в правому секторі були такі умови служби, скажімо так, ну, умови участі у війні лайтові, ну, в тому сенсі, що не потрібно було постійно бути на ППД, наприклад. Отак. Але потім я пішов в Донбас батальйону. Там якраз був командиром взводу, настоящим, ну, офіційним, так сказати.
Мурик, будеш в автобусі, доложиш.
Шапа, у тебя 2 80-ки, 3Е, 70-ка и L200. Ты будешь командиром, блядь, тыловой заставы.
There's some serious fucking guy, and I don't know about him. That's kind of crazy.
І які там у вас були бої, коли був Донбас?
Широкино.
Широкино.
Да. Ну, там, де і Азов, виходить, ті самі позиції ми міняли там один одного. Ну, бої в Широкино, там, про них всі знають.
Ну, а потім, коли там війна прийшла в таку вже таку фазу.
А потім же ж батальйон, цей, ну, батальйон Донбас, він же ж був я не можу сказати, ну, не розформований, але якби переформований.
Ну, всі добровольчі батальйони
Так,
перестали
вони-
бути добровольчими. Так.
Абсолютно вірно. Тобто їх по ітогу привели там до такого виду, який був, ну, якби, який бачило командування на той час.
Ну, це політичне рішення
да, і
було.
вони перестали існувати там, ну, в тому вигляді, в якому вони починали. І от тоді я
But as
пішов,
always
я
for the
звільнений
Nazis
був
and
за
there's still
статтею,
Nazis and now
получається,
Ukrainian government is
порушення
Nazis.
носіння військової форми одягу. Ну, з Національної гвардії. І далі я продовжував уже до 17-го року просто як фрілансер, виходить. Ну, вже були вже зв'язки, виходить, на фронті. І ну, можна було приїжджати десь там побути, там сам теж в Широкино їздили. И ездили в Мар'їнку. А кто это делает? Связь! Связист! Кто это делал только что? Позови его сюда. Братан, блядь, ну ебать. Поотжиматься придется в следующий раз.
Это у тебя такое подразделение, правила, расскажи.
Отжиматься? Та, ну, я не б сказав, що це правило, це практика. Просто звичайна. І ще ну, з давніх давен.
Давай про
з давніх давен, тому що з давніх давен мого життя. Ну дивись, давайте почнемо з того, що от, коли я прийшов займатися боксом, там всі покарання такі дисциплінарні. Прийшов я на бокс, да, яке там покарання? Відтискання. Ну, де-то натупив, що-то проплужив, запізнився, відтискаєшся. На карате відтискаєшся. В армії на строковій службі відтискаєшся взагалі постійно, просто круглосуточно. Де-то хтось протупив, все, відтискається. Ну як можна покарати ще людину з користю для неї і не принижуючи, да, і, ну, хай відтиснеться там раз 100 для того, щоб подумати.
Ну, яка в тебе внутрішня дисципліна? І ти її будував там з якимось власним досвідом?
Ну, це дисципліна внутрі сім'ї. Командир – це батько, бійці – це діти. Значить, між собою вони старші, молодші брати. От так відносини і будуються. І дисципліна, значить, підтримується таким самим чином. От. Через спорт в тому числі, через фізичні вправи, які потрібні бійцю безпосередньо при виконанні завдань. А відтискання потрібна вправа, тому що за допомогою відтискання займається позиція для стрільби лежачи. Ну, як елемент заняття. Ну, я думаю, хто розуміє, той розуміє, про що я зараз кажу.
Ти все в підрозділі, пам'ятаю, влітку проводив бої. Це теж як елемент, я не бачила нікого.
Це ще я був командиром роти тоді.
Ти хочеш якось розкажи про ці бої, чому ти вирішив це робити? Ну, що, знаєш, багато там, пам'ятаю, в коментарях було, от, війнонька, війна, а тут, значить...
А тут нехуй делать, да?
Да.
Ну, блядь, знаєш, я об'ясняю тобі.
Давай.
Ідея впроваджувати вечори боксу, це так і починалося.
If push-ups were easier than their regular practice, then there wasn't enough push-ups.
От. Чому? Тому що солдатське повсякдення – це, ну, така, блядь, нудна, блядь, хуйня. Насправді.
Damn, they have boxing rings? Holy shit, that's base.
Це тільки в кліпах в Тік-Токі, блядь, все весело, всі кудись їдуть, стріляють, біжать, блядь. Ну, а за цим всім стоїть, блядь, кожен день там встати, блядь, що-то їсти, вдітись, постиратись, помитись. Плюс на солдата летить куча, блядь, обов'язків всяких, блядь, які термінові до виконання, там, або він їде на позиції, там взагалі воює, блядь, ну, піздець взагалі несеться повний, блядь, або він ще, блядь, які-то там робить там наряди, які-то, ну, в нарядах
Just so you
стоїть,
know,
тому що
he's
це,
cursing like
блядь,
every
ну,
other
наряди
word.
це
I don't know if
нікуди
they're
ти від них не
translating that.
дінешся, блядь.
True
Там,
fucking
поохороні.
soldier speech.
І всяка разна, ну, і разна битовуха, там куча товаришів, які там, возможно, вже за деякий час і підзаїбали тебе, побратими, блядь, знаєш, там. Ну, битовуха, той храпить, той, блядь, ходить, чухає, там, блядь, живот, блядь, і тебе це кумари, думаєш, сука. Ну, і починають люди ссоритися, там, що-то гарчать друг на друга. Плюс, ну, рахуйте, там, у бойців вже ж теж є сім'ї, да, дома. Ну, є сім'ї. У сімей теж там є свої моменти, проблеми, які вони висипають на бойців. А як боєць може, от він сидить десь в окопі, блядь, під Бахмутом, або в Бахмуті сидить, блядь, ну, на позиції десь, блядь, а жінка йому там вивалила якісь проблеми свої, блядь. А він хуй може їх рішити, тому що він, блядь, рішає другу проблему, більш глобальну, блядь, да? Ну та ж маленька проблема теж його зайобує. Правильно, блядь, нерви починаються, люди психують і так далі. Там. А так, ну, зустрілись ввечері, помахали кулаками, блядь, там, чуть-чуть побили друг друга. Ну, емоції вийшли, блядь. Раз. Навички, блядь, відточили. Рефлекси, блядь, теж, блядь, привели в порядок. Там. Просто переключили башку, блядь. В рамках бойової підготовки. Як не крути, во время поєдинка у бойця все одно виховується і характер, і дух, і сила волі, і фізика. І загальнофізичні показники теж, блядь, в нього включаються. І швидкість, правильно, і реакція, і сила, там, і витривалість, блядь. Що якраз і потрібно бойцям на полі бою. Да, звісно, стоять в стойці, блядь, і бить там двойки-тройки, це, ну, як скажуть, дохуя умні аналітики воєнні, нахуй не треба на полі бою. Но витривалість нужна, блядь. А яка в пизду різниця, як її зробити, витривалість, блядь? Спарринг відстояти або пробігти, блядь, кілометр, блядь. Витривалість і буде витривалість. От і все, блядь. Плюс це класно просто, блядь.
Ну, а ти от взагалі як думаєш, зараз є там, або так, в тебе в батальйоні який відсоток там таких, знаешь, берсерков, которые там вот идут умирать, а те, которые ну, понимают, что как бы умирать не хотят. И может быть, как-то это поменялось сейчас за год войны?
А що, вони спочатку хотіли вмирати?
Ну, а как же,
чи ми
типа,
всі
вот,
хотіли?
Ну,
скажімо так, я насправді навіть в таких категоріях вже і не мислю. Тому що, ну, що берсерки, блядь, що ті, які не хочуть, блядь, вони нахуй не треба, блядь. Нам треба солдати умні, блядь, які будуть виконувати задачу. Там, боїться він, не боїться, блядь, хоче він, не хоче, він, блядь, піде і зробить. Він навчений її зробити, він має бути зі спорядженням і мають бути всі сили підтримки, блядь, які є, кинуті в допомогу того, щоб він виконав задачу, блядь.
Кто такой идеальный боец для тебя в батальоне? Вот если говорить там брать.
Ідеально, я ж сказав тільки що. Той, хто виконає задачу і все.
Ну хорошо, какими он должен качествами обладать?
Ну, багато має бути якось.
Ну, наприклад.
Ну, наприклад, у нього має бути сила духу. Ну, коротше, він должен бути стойким. Блядь. Стойкий, блядь, боєць, який не відступає, блядь, при там перших, блядь, яких-то вистрілах там противника.
Ну, він може
це
бути,
раз, блядь.
може бути, знаєш, типу, в житті такий, типу, я от тигр.
Do you want the subtitles to
Ну,
be
іди,
bigger?
блядь,
Because I think I
помовчи
can
десь
do
там,
that.
Тигр, блядь, в очерет, нахуй. Ну, покажи, блядь, тигр ти чи ні. Тигр, это, блядь, той уже,
Is this better,
хто
guys?
був, ну, в боях, хто був в ділі, хто себе показав, хто віз тягу, понімаєш? Даже, ну, давай почнемо з того, що, дивись, от є, наприклад, динамічні, да, бойові дії, такі, як от були у батальйона в Бахмуті.
Is it better?
Там, де міняється обстановка, там, де постійно йдуть накати, там обстріли, треба робити, ну, там, ну, несеться, ну, бій в умовах міста, ну, хаос, грубо кажучи, ну, управляємий хаос. Там от від бойця потрібні одні, да, якості. От він вивіз, наприклад, все, він тигр, блядь. Тигр в городі, блядь, заєбісь. Тут, наприклад, задача заступати на позиції, держати оборону в окопах, блядь. Тобто треба сидіти, блядь, безвилазно, блядь, в окопі, в який йде дощ, блядь, в який летить міна, снаряд, блядь, який-то снайпер, може, стріляє, ще яка-то хуйня, блядь, відбувається. Динаміки нема. Просто, нахуй, ну, блядь, окоп і пиздец, блядь. І противник там 800 метрів від тебе. Все, ти сидиш, блядь, і все, і тигр, блядь, закончився, понимаешь? Пішов дощ, блядь. І тигр, блядь, замочив лапки, наприклад, і починає плакати, блядь. Ну і як определить тоді, хто, блядь, тигр, хто не тигр, блядь. А нужен солдат, який може, блядь, і динаміку делать, понимаешь? Ну написано, ну, даже в статутах так написано, блядь. Ти прикинь, я буду цитувати статут, блядь, уже. Ну, от в статутах написано, що підрозділ веде бій. Там, в обороні і в наступі, да? І в різних умовах. В лісі, в місті, в пустелі, блядь, там, і так, ну, похуй, де. Все. Ну, значить, та як універсальний? Просто солдат, блядь. Ну, універсальний солдат,
I like how the guy who is like,
десь там,
looks like a super
anti-structure,
stuff like that, you know.
Ні, ми просто піхота, ми ніякі не... Просто хороша українська піхота, і все. Гарна тоді, не хороша, а гарна українська
Proves
піхота.
my point that you need those
і требування такі
smart
самі,
people
блядь.
make that shit,
Надо
okay?
сидіти в окопі, блядь. Значить, солдат должен сидіти в окопі
Should
і
trust a
робити
little
все,
bit
і
more
бути
into the- in
наученим,
the
що
process.
треба робити в цьому їбучому окопі, нахуй. Якщо треба робитися, йти в город, ну, значить, треба йти, і треба бути вміти, і все. Йти в город. Треба буде йти в ліс, в степ. Все, пішли і зробили, і пиздец, блядь. Не вміємо, блядь, значить, треба вчитися. Все, научились, блядь, і робимо. Оце нормальні, ідеальні солдати. Берсерки, блядь, ну, я ж сказав вже. Ну, берсерки це як і тігри, блядь. Така сама хуйня.
А що зараз менше людей хочуть іти воювати? Давай
Добровольцам, якщо менше хочуть йти.
Ну, есть такое
Так
мнение,
это
бытует,
естественно.
что
Ну,
год войны,
меньше
все, кто
и
хотел,
шо?
уже пошел.
Да это шляпа, нахуй.
Нет?
Конечно, нет. Нахуй. Давай тогда вот так поговорим. В 2014 году началась война.
Да.
Добровольцы шли только в 2014 или и дальше?
Ну, меньше уже шло.
Ну
Вот
и
так.
что?
Много
Ну и шли?
добровольцев возвращались с
Ну
войны
и
в
шли.
мирную
Да нет,
жизнь.
и шли, бля, вот у меня куча пацанов,
Ну, це ж
ну, блядь, которые
військовий.
мы, короче, с украинского на российский, блядь, скачем. Насчет добровольців, да. По-перше, блядь, добровольці, блядь, ніоткуда не беруться, блядь, їх треба виховувати. Ну, більшість добровольців, які пішли там і в 2014 році, і 24 числа, це якраз люди, які були в ідеї. Розумієш? Ну, носіями ідей і жили всередині ідеї. Ну, а саме ідеї там українського і патріотизму, і націоналізму, і української держави. Ну, як такої, ну, саме української держави. Тобто люди, які жили в ідеї. Але ну, люди ж теж, вони ж не родились в цьому. Вони, ну, якби, їх хтось виховав, хтось їх долучив до цього, хтось їм розповів про це. Ну, добровольців потрібно виховувати. І все.
А хто має виховувати? Держава має виховувати? Чи мають...
Українська нація повинна виховувати. Українська нація з дуже високим рівнем самоорганізації. Є, ну, наразі існує просто там десятки українських організацій різних, молодіжних і немолодіжних, ну, які можуть виховувати і повинні виховувати молодь і взагалі, і не тільки молодь, а суспільство якраз в дусі захисту землі, суспільства, взагалі українства. Взагалі в дусі захисту всього українського всюди. Ну от вчора, да, там оцей схватив там прапор український наш там.
А, депутат.
Да. А наш йому там трохи дав там в кабіну. Блядь, ну класно. Отак і треба робити. Тільки треба сильніше бити. Треба прямо от нокаутувати, щоб шляпа там валялась і харчала. Прямо так. Ну, щоб не повадно було підару, блядь, своїми грязними, вонючими руками, блядь, брати український прапор. где-то будьте на взлете, блядь, ну, лучше, чтобы вы на беттере выдвинулись и, блядь, прикрыли их огнем, блядь.
I can agree with everything you said so far.
От сніми для мами.
І вчора ж ми їх їбашили цілий день артою, там, вони сібались, короче.
Те, кто вышел из боя, грузимся в МАЗ. Как услышали?
Ну, хорошо, засуджуєш чоловіків там, призовного віку, які не пішли воювати. Як ти до них ставишся? Які кажуть, що я тримаю там економічний фронт.
Ну, якщо він дійсно тримає, то позитивно стало. Працювати потрібно. Економіку потрібно піднімати однозначно, блядь. І прям, блядь, аж форсірованими темпами треба їбашити. Там, ну, до тих, які... Ну, немає в мене там почуття якогось чи презирства, чи там ненависті до них взагалі. Тому що насправді є трошки почуття навіть жалю. Тому що вони живуть в ілюзіях, блядь. Знаєш що?
Що все закінчиться хорошо?
І вони не попадуть в армію. Ну я тобі відкрию секрет, блядь, що нахуй всі попадуть в армію, блядь, в основному. Тому що війна, ну, в 14-му році хто із тих, хто був мобілізований в 22-му, знав, що його мобілізують. Він думав, та все, похуй, там АТО, блядь, там уже є з кому воювати там, і так далі. Ну і так само і ці. Хто їм гарантує, що їх ніколи не заберуть в армію?
Ні, ти маєш в армію чи на війну?
Ну на війну, блядь, так а в армію,
можна
якщо...
забрати,
Та ні, ну погоди, уже все, ну, 21 сторіччя, ну, все, епоха воєн почалась уже.
Well, if you think that
Що,
way,
ви не
that the
поняли,
wars
що
are
це
never gonna
секунд?
end, then yeah, everyone will be in the
Все,
army.
почалась
but-
епоха воєн, блядь, і, ну, якщо тіпи самі себе обманують, сидять, ну їм гірше. Краще б уже починали, блядь, взагалі тренуватись, там, готуватись і вивчати, в який підрозділ можна піти служити, блядь.
За цей рік, яка для тебе була там найважча операція?
Бої в Бахмуті, ось скільки там, 1,5 тижні назад. Ну от, блядь, березень, квітень, виходить. А, вже
I mean, the
травень,
guy
да,
is
квітень.
in this whole
Квітневі
stuff,
бої,
you know?
значить, в Бахмуті. От.
В місті.
So
Да, в місті. Ну, це третій вже захід мій був.
he'd be
туди, в
thinking
місто.
like that, you know?
Ну, це був самий важкий.
А чим він був такий найскладніший?
Ну,
Yeah.
найскладніше,
His mind
тим,
is
що
completely
дуже
all about
багато
the war,
артилерії у
so it's not
противника.
surprising, really.
І її вогонь сконцентрований просто. Ну дивись, поясню з самого початку. Коли перший раз у нас була операція перед Новим роком, я не пам'ятаю, ви тоді приїжджали знімати. В грудні, так. Да. Ой, блядь. Ми тоді зайшли, ще місто було якби майже повністю за нами. Тобто ще кав'ярня працювала, блядь, в місті. Ну, ми свої задачі там виконали, все знялись, потім ми зайшли туди через місяць вже. От. І там вже була зовсім інша ситуація. Тобто туди вже нагнали дуже багато сил противника, ну більше, ніж було. І ну, так сталося, що там частина території була втрачена. Ну, вже перед тим, як ми зайшли, вже частина була втрачена порівняно з тим, що було там місяць по тому. І це звузило, виходить, район обстрілів, ураження противника. От. І потім, виходить, мій батальйон звідти вивели, нас перекинули на інший напрямок. І оце знову я зайшов там через скільки? Через 3 місяці. Знову в Бахмут я зайшов із батальйону. То там вже від Бахмута ну, зовсім невелика частина лишилася. Вона вся повністю прострелювалась усією артилерією, починаючи там з 82-го
My taxi driver today was from Bakhmut too.
І причому
Told me how he
24/7 і
Before
ну,
they
знаєш,
destroyed the city,
рандомно.
he knew that's
Тобто,
gonna happen.
вирахувати, блядь, звідки
Sooner or
воно,
later.
і коли прилетить, ну дуже важко. І це, ну, психологічно це дуже зайобує. Ну і накати постійні. Тобто піхота противника, не зраджуючи своїм традиціям, ще з Другої світової війни, волна за волною, блядь, через трупи товаришів, блядь, коротше, іде вперед, а піхоти в них ще багато.
А що було там найскладніше, давай так?
Найскладніше це логістика. Це організувати постійну логістику, тобто підвоз особового складу, вивіз поранених, ну, евакуація поранених, підвіз БК. Це дуже важко.
There you go.
було
Logistics is the
організовувати,
worst
тому
thing.
що, ну,
That's why US has
це
like
постійних обстрілів.
more people in logistics than actually fighting.
Нічого.
Ні в чому там не було.
Та нормально, там можна було воювати, навіть більш-менш. Ну, у мене піхота 3 рази навіть на штурми ходила. От, і, ну, просто в чому проблема? Проблема в тому, що нам не вистачає засобів ураження. Але це ж не проблема тільки Бахмута, це проблема взагалі цієї війни, тому що ми воюємо з Росією, блядь, як не крути. Проблема в тому, що потрібно багато БК, щоб просто перестріляти їх, подавити їх, блядь, сука, артилерію і все. І їхня піхота останеться на один з нашої піхоти.
Це західна зброя, я так розумію.
Так, ну, бажано західна, але її потрібно більше.
В тебе, бачу, в підрозділі є жінки.
Є.
Як от там жінка на війні?
Нормальна жінка на війні.
Based.
Може бути?
Equality
Може.
pilled.
І повинна.
Повинна?
Да. Ну, чому? Отака війна, як зараз відбувається, ну і взагалі люба війна, це взагалі питання виживання
Nobody
нації.
separates the wars
Жінка
after
чому
anymore.
повинна бути на війні? Тому що вона виховує покоління наступні, дітей. От як вона виховує, ну як вони будуть виховувати своїх дітей? Получається, блядь, ким? Сикунами, блядь. Покірне телятко, 2 матки з сетом і вся хуйня от это, чи як? Чи як? Чи повинна жінка сказати, це щитом або на щиті? Правильно? Я вважаю, що українська жінка повинна отак і виховувати. Для того, щоб так виховувати, вона повинна бути або дотична до війни, або бути у війні. Ну, до мене приходять, получається, дівчата, вони хочуть воювати. Їм чесно кажеться в очі, блядь, все, ну, що відбувається, і чесно вони заганяються, проходить підготовку. І все. Ну, і все по-чесному. Ніяких, блядь, розових очков, блядь, яких-то там, блядь, героїчного Counter-Strike і всякої другої хуйні, коротше, ні.
А що найбільше жінкам складно? Вони ж у тебе як...
Та я їбу, що їм складно.
До командира
Ну я
вони
откуда?
приходять?
Ні.
Не жаліють, виконують однаково.
Виконують, да. Просяться ще. Вони нападають на мене ще, блядь, тому що я іноді морожусь їх десь, ну, давати їм завдання, і вони на мене ще нападають, щоб я їх цей.
You're not sending me to the battle task? Are you fucking sexist?
Ну, а є місце релігії на війні, чи там, я не знаю,
Є.
якісь містиці,
Є.
символізму?
Да. Є. Для всіх релігій є місце на війні. Ну,
Oh my
війна це
God.
взагалі квінт, як це правильно?
All religions?
Хотів піздануть.
Квінтесенція.
Да, о, прикинь, я не можу сказати. Коротше,
The least
війна
progressive
це
Ukrainian.
як, блядь,
Right sector.
квінтесенція взагалі
Це
людських
теж погано
усіх
вимовляю.
винаходів, розвитку суспільства і всього, що є у людини. Взагалі,
Hello, buddy.
вся історія людства це тупо, блядь,
from
робота
Belarus.
на війну. Блядь. Тому всі
hello. I'll
релігії,
take away
які
the
є
body.
людиною придумані, там, або прийняті прям безпосередньо від Бога якогось там чи пророка, да, вони всі працюють на війні, тому що вони дають мотивацію бійцям, які вірять. Все. Ну, капелани ж є у нас, правильно? В армії.
Є.
Ну от.
Ну, а ти особисто релігійна людина? Чи в що ти віриш, давай так?
Ну, в мене є світогляд, який базується на певних знаннях там, і традиціях. Це те, що називають різні, блядь, неграмотні люди язичеством. Все.
А чим він тобі близький? За що саме тобі близько в язичництві?
Ну, тому що це естественно, по-перше. Язичництво – це закони природи, в першу чергу.
He's a druid.
Вони завжди
He would
та
play as a
сама
druid
боротьба і
in
війна – це
Diablo.
теж закон природи, постійна боротьба. Все знаходиться в боротьбі, все навкруги. Тому мені, наприклад, легше сприймати, чому відбувається війна. Ну, тобто я не думаю, блядь, я не задаю такі питання, ой, блядь, як вони могли напасть там і так далі. Знаєш, що
I don't think
Ти
anyone is
сприймаєш
thinking about that
несправедливість,
anymore.
ну є несправедливість, да, і
Ну,
все.
вона є, на неї потрібно реагувати. Все. Ну, несправедливість, блядь, ну. А в чому несправедливість, блядь? Якщо в тебе є сусіди, вони все одно тебе колись нападуть. Зачем, блядь, копатися от это, ну. Ну, я просто сприймаю як належне. Ну, війна і війна. Ну, наші пращури воювали тисячами років. А ми, блядь, що, не такі, як вони, ми чимось лучше, чи хуже чим.
На що ти орієнтуєшся от зараз?
Я орієнтуюсь на армію Сполучених Штатів Америки.
Яка культура для
і
тебе?
Ізраїлю.
Ізраїль і Сполучені Штати.
Да. Ну, це найбільш ефективні армії в світі, які є наразі. Ну, у них у єдиних майже в світі є підрозділи спеціальні, інженерні, якби, ну, штурмові інженери. Да? Це так, ну, вульгарно буде звучати. Ну, це підрозділи, які заходять і розгрібають перед позиціями противника усю хуйню. Мінірування, там, заграждення, барикади і все інше. А за ними вже йдуть штурмові підрозділи. Так, ну, немає, ну, таких немає підрозділів у нас. Таких немає майже ніде підрозділів.
He's thinking
Тільки у
only
них
about the
є
war at this point.
щось подібне є
And
в
from
Америці.
that
Ну,
stems
в США.
everything else.
Тому так от. Ну, а США, це понятно. Там, ну, це все, про що ми можемо мріяти. Ну, тобто, солдати, у яких є все для того, щоб виконати, блядь, задачу. Тобто, от скільки йому потрібно БК, в нього є. Скільки потрібно розвідданих, в нього є. Діти і бути, він, блядь, в найкраще, що є взагалі на планеті Земля. Озброєний найкращою зброєю. Все, ну, оце наша мрія, і ми до цього маємо прийти. Ну, до такого рівня армії. І виконання завдань у них, ну, понятно, зараз теж почнуть, вони ніде, блядь, не воювали, там в Афганістані, не в Афганістані. Ну, я так скажу, вони, ті самі США, вони Ірак роз'їбали, блядь, там за 2 неділі. А ми роз'їбали б Ірак за 2 неділі, українська армія, наприклад. Ну от, бачиш? А вони роз'їбашили їх, блядь, вообще, отак розкатали їх, блядь, просто, що, блядь, цуценятна. То, що там відбувалось далі, це вже не армія США проїбала, це політики США проїбали.
А чим в Афганістані от не вдалося?
Та
До
так
речі,
само їм не вдалося.
ну, ні британцям, там перша афганська, да, там війна, британцям не вдалося. Ні зараз, ні Радянському Союзу, ні американцям не вдалося подолати Афганістан. Чому, як ти думаєш?
Ну, тому що в Афганістані треба грати по правилам Афганістана в війну. Ну, є ще просто така штука, знаєш, правила ведення війни. Більш-менш цивілізовані країни, вони дотримуються цих правил ведення війни. І той же Радянський Союз, він дотримувався більш-менш якихось там правил ведення війни. А маджахеди, блядь, в Афганістані, та вони, блядь, не чули про таку хуйню взагалі. Понимаєш? Вони не чули про те, що там можна здаватися там, чи ще щось там. І взагалі вони просто воюють, блядь, всю життя. От вони народились, у них ішла війна, блядь, в горах. Вони померли, війна далі йде, блядь, ну і піздець. Там тільки міняються эти, блядь. Ну, Афганістан треба просто, ну, там, щоб перемогти, треба просто зробити пустелю з нього нахуй. Ну, вони, америкоси, утримували 20 років Афганістан. 20 років, вони, ну, це теж рівень. Попробуй, ну, яка військова вообще машина в світі здатна 20 років за, блядь, десятки тисяч кілометрів від материка, да, від бази, блядь, своєї, ну, від своєї глобальної, да, бази армії вообще, блядь, воювати 20 років. Ну, це пиздець, це рівень, да?
That's true.
Я вважаю.
Як думаєш, чим закінчиться, як може закінчитися війна?
Блядь. Вона повинна закінчитись нашою перемогою.
А що,
Все.
якою? Що це? Це повернення на кордони 91-го року. Що це має бути?
Ти прям хочеш почути, як я це бачу?
Ну так, я ж тебе питаю.
Ну, це має бути повернення на кордони 1918 року, як мінімум. З автономією усіх кланів. Зелених, малинових, сірих і жовтих. Поняла про що?
А як ти це бачиш
Що?
просто? Ну?
Мовчу, отак і бачу, блядь. Ну, як ми їх розпіздуємо, як я це бачу, чи як це буде виглядати?
Це ж все одно геополітичне питання.
Ну
Well,
так
the
ти
way
ж
he
питала,
just
як я
talks
бачу, я
is
тобі сказав,
funny,
блядь, ну нахуй мені та геополітика їхня. Ну я хочу так. Ну от по факту. Я хочу так. От, як українець, я хочу так. Я хочу те, що наше по праву, я вважаю, УНР, ну ми як наслідники УНР, да, маємо вийти на кордони 1918 року. А клини, вони якраз всі знаходяться, блядь, в Кацапстані, блядь, йобаному цьому. Це як ну, включити в репарації, да, по відновленню. Ну, типа, вони ж мають відновити нам
Ну,
все, що наробили.
Теоретично, так.
Ні, так їх треба заставити. Ну, що значить теоретично, блядь? Ну, вони не захочуть, звісно, вони будуть шукати кучу різних способів. Але, ну, почекайте, блядь, ну, ви прилізли тут, доїбались до нас, блядь. Наділали горя дуже багато. Ну, мусять по-любому мають віддавати. По-любому. Коротше, я скажу так сразу. Я позитивно ставлюсь тільки до холодноярських повстанців. І піздець. Ну, це з епохи визвольних змагань. Блядь, і до Коновальця, от. Ну, Болбочан, Коновалець, холодноярські повстанці. Все.
А от історія з Болбочаном, можливо, повторення тут зараз?
Зараз? Ну,
Взагалі,
це буде
ну...
самогубство для того, хто це зробить. Ну, якщо є умовний Болбочан, який буде користуватись такою ж підтримкою і славою, і повагою, як той Болбочан в ті часи, і якщо з ним зроблять щось таке, як зробили з Болбочаном, то вже буде зовсім по-іншому. Все. Тому що після Болбочана був уже приклад для наслідування у нас.
Ну, його ти думаєш, його хтось пам'ятає?
Ти не поняла, про що я кажу? У нас, ми пам'ятаємо цю, я пам'ятаю цю історію. І, блядь, тисячі таких, як я. А після Болбочана у нас був приклад для наслідування. Який? Іменно, який вчить нас, як діяти, блядь. ОУН. Правильно? Ну. Хто, блядь, зробить зараз Болбочана, пожне ОУН нове. Тільки не таке, як 100 років назад. А трошки друге, мабуть, буде. Ну, важко. Ну, 21 сторіччя, ну, дуже багато можливостей, блядь, для таких організацій, якщо вони з'являться. От. Але я думаю, ну, що все буде, ну, в цьому циклі історії все буде по-іншому. Я думаю, що все-таки ми їх розпіздуємо, коротше, і ну, на межі 91-го року вийдемо так точно. Короче, увидишь этого пидораса летающего, сбивай его нахуй, понял? И снимайся потом резко, блядь, оттуда вообще, как только можно. Да, да. Та я до тебе доїбався, тоді ти мене знімаєш, да? Що за ангар, блядь, що, сука, за хуйня стріляла, і що эта хуйня делала у нього в посадці, блядь? Да хватит меня снимать уже, блядь.
Alright, that was an interesting video. I personally think that this guy's pretty based. However, at the same time, he is definitely like a military war kind of dude, right? So it's his like what's the word? It's his natural habitat, you know? So he definitely thinks about it a lot. I mean, that's people like that are the ones that achieve, you know, success in things like this. But regarding like his view, like I'm personally not very fond of people who go like historical route. Oh, history is that and this and that, and those guys are that, and we need to do like them. Like we should kind of make our own history, right? And definitely, I agree with him that we're going to get to the borders of 1991, and I think the most plausible thing is that a demilitarized zone is going to be created around Ukraine, similar to like Donbass area, basically, where if Russians would want to shoot at our territory, they would have to shoot at their own territory first. So, and I think it is achievable, but it depends how things gonna go with NATO accession, stuff like that. Like if that shit is gonna go smoothly without any hiccups, then we wouldn't need to worry about Russia anymore. Russia is simply not capable, again, because it's not going to be part of the globalism. It just won't be capable of ever matching military capacity of NATO countries ever. It's just impossible. So they will have to like forget about Ukraine forever. They will definitely. I can promise you that in your lifetime you're gonna see them invade. In Putin's lifetime, if he's gonna stay president after the war, they will invade other countries around, maybe Kazakhstan, maybe Georgia again. They won't just, especially after defeat, they will need to show some success, but yeah. They're just imperialistic degenerates, you know. Nothing you can do about it. That's what keeps him going? Yeah, I mean, yeah, obviously. Fucking goddamn. Obviously, people who think that way about everything that's going on, they don't lack conviction. They think that they're doing the right thing. They don't doubt themselves. That's what allows them to like be very effective in combat. So while I don't agree with some of his worldviews, obviously I understand where it's coming from, and I believe it's useful, even though it may sound like a little bit not nice to say, but it is useful right now what's going on. This is what I was saying to Dylan when we had a discussion, is like, I am glad that there's people like him, because when the situation calls for it, like, you know. Okay, I need to, I think I need to like go like this. No, wait. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I don't need strength. What the fuck? I think I can just go like this. Just the environment where he has been in the past years. Yeah, absolutely. The environment, and also people are, obviously, it's well known that people are like that, kind of drawn to things like this. But him saying that 21st century is a century of wars, from his perspective, it might be the case, but I don't think that's the case. Well, I can't think that's gonna be the case, because that's just too fucking depressing, bro. What is this now?
I'm standing on a Sherp N1200, and it's a little bit like President Vladimir Zelensky, because it's Ukrainian and it doesn't give up regardless of whatever obstacles get in its way.
Okay.
I'm going to see exactly what it can cope with today, because I'm Matt Watson and you're watching Car Wow. Introduce you to Chris. So Chris is the owner of Sherp UK. So Chris, you import these crazy vehicles, don't you?
I do.
And today you're going to let me drive one.
Yes.
Chris looks nervous. I'm not nervous, although
Why
I
he
probably should
laughing?
be. So Chris, when I got in it, I was like, where's the steering wheel?
In it.
There's no steering wheel.
No, we steer with 2 levers, and they are brakes and clutches. Pull them a small amount towards you, and they clutch.
Okay.
Pull them fully, and they brake. So the left-hand lever
Why,
will
though?
brake and clutch the left-hand wheels, and the right-hand lever will brake and clutch the right-hand wheels.
Oh, this could be fun. I do have 2 pedals down here, so I'm guessing
But
brake.
why though?
No.
No.
We have a clutch, and we have an accelerator.
Oh, because the brakes are here?
Because the brakes are in your hand.
It's going to be a long day. And obviously I've got a clutch, which means manual gearbox. Why haven't we got an automatic?
Because of the way the brake and clutch would work, it wouldn't work correctly. And this is built to be simple and easy to fix. So we've only got brakes and clutches, and chains and drives, then it's simple.
And is it simple to operate though?
It is.
Shall we do it? Shall we start it up? What do I do?
Okay, so first we need to turn the isolator on, which is between the legs down there.
Okay, right. So
turn it 90 degrees to the right.
There we go, yeah.
Yep. Okay, now we have power,
Yep.
so the ignition is there.
Do I put my clutch on?
Yes, clutch all the way down, turn it so it boots up.
Here we go.
And we're done. Now we're running.
That's it?
Yeah.
We're up and running.
We can see here that we're out of gear.
Yeah.
So you can take your foot off the clutch now.
Okay, good.
He won't let you start it unless your clutch is fully depressed. That's all.
Like a lot of manual cars these days. Okay, I've got that. Engine seems pretty like vibey, like it's a big engine. What is it, like a 6 litre or something?
Yes, 2.2.
2.2.
2.2 litre.
How much does this weigh?
2.2 tonne.
Oh. How much horsepower does it have?
55.
This thing's got only 55 horsepower.
Yep, and 190 newtons of torque.
That's nothing. This is going to be a disaster.
But then if you take that 190 newtons of torque and put it through chains and drives and sprockets, you get 6,000 newton meters of torque.
That's more like it. Well, hopefully it does the job. Let's give it a go. Let's go for a drive. What do I do? Do I have seatbelts? Yeah, I do.
We
Here
do.
we go.
We have seatbelts, so we should put them on.
Actually, do you have anywhere for me to put my bottle of water? Also,
Why he said that? He said a bottle of water,
USB
bro.
on the left.
Oh, it's got all the mod cons, hasn't it? Have you got Spotify on the infotainment system?
Bro,
Not yet.
he did the meme.
To come. As any normal car, when we go to pull away, all we're going to do is we're going to put it into gear with the clutch down.
Yeah.
We're going to find the bite point.
Yeah.
By lifting the clutch.
There's quite a lot of movement in that.
Yeah, because you're going through the gate in a reverse.
Oh.
Okay, so pull it over till you feel the gate and then just push it forward. There you go. That'll be first, that's second.
That's actually quite tight now.
You don't need to steer, it's going to go straight.
Okay.
So just gently lift the clutch. Okay.
There we go, on
now
the
you can
bike.
go completely off, it won't stall because you've got all that torque. So you'll go forever like this now. If you want to, you can put your foot on the accelerator, we'll go a bit faster. But we're in first gear, so it's very talky.
Yeah, so it's not much faster.
If you want to turn,
yeah.
pull it slightly, and it's clutching. So now what it's doing is it's driving and not pushing those wheels, so we're gently turning.
So it's driving these wheels, not these wheels.
So just like a limited slip differential would do when we're going around a corner, outside wheels are turning faster than the inside wheels, hence we're turning. Now if you were to pull that, but we'll start skid steering, so because we will brake the inside. So brake, and now drive it round.
Oh yeah! Whoa!
Off the brake, and we're going to go straight again.
Like a tank,
Got it.
kind of.
It's got a good turning circle then, hasn't it?
8 meters.
You could almost like turn on the spot, look at this.
Yeah, 8 meters.
Right, should we change gear?
Okay, so dump the clutch, pull it back, and go again. Now we're in second, we'll go a little bit faster. So That's it. Drive it if you're braking.
Okay.
If you're not braking, then clutch it.
Are we mainly just chugging along on tick over in this thing?
No, you can drive normally. Go for it. You can put it in the third if you want. Get a little bit of speed. We'll just drive on road for now. Okay. Change.
Whoa! Whoa!
Now you can. Now it's a lot. Little adjustments will steer you.
I like it.
So the reason
Has
we're
it got
watching this
suspension
is
in
we
it?
bought a bunch of these
Just
cars.
So it's
to
all in the
use-
tyre.
Yeah. So right now we're running in
military,
asphalt
yeah.
mode, so we've got quite a lot of pressure in the tyre. About 1.2 psi. That's quite a lot.
That's not a lot. That's like barely inflated. I can blow up a balloon more than that. Right, this is all a bit like tame. Can I just turn and go over there?
Yeah, let's give it a go. But let's do
Like all
let's do it
terrain
in
and
second or
stuff like
first.
that.
So it'll just go straight over that?
Yeah, why not?
So
Go
that would
for
get
it.
a normal
Yeah,
4x4.
yeah.
Well,
Just
I
keep
can't even
going.
say it.
Yeah.
A normal 4x4 stuck.
Yeah.
It's a bit weird with like this front off it.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Just keep going. Just keep going, nice and gently on the throttle. So just keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
Now, no 4x4 is getting over that.
No. Now let's not aim at the actual wood that's facing us.
Yeah.
Let's aim on the left-hand side here.
But
And
it'll go with that bit.
see what happens if we try and drive over the middle there.
No way.
Because it has to go over
Really?
the.
That's gonna be. There's a
Yeah,
big
it
has
boulder
to
there on the
float
floor.
too.
It's fine. I'll go over that.
What?
We'll go over that. We're 600 mil ground clearance.
How many?
600 mil. Okay, so we're leaving it in first, and we're just going to drive nice and gently. All right?
Will it go down here?
Yeah, keep going. You're all right. There you go. Keep going.
Oh, it was so
So
easy.
now pull that and give it some.
Will it get up there? It must get up there.
Little tractor.
But you never approach from an angle. You always have to approach
Dead straight.
Normal, yeah.
So this is the
This
same.
might be a little bit steep, so
Shall
we
we
have
try
to go
it?
very, 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 very slowly.
So that, what I just did there, those like twigs and stuff, logs, trees, and then up that real steep slope. I think that's the most extreme off-roading I've done. No, I went out in a Unimog, which is more extreme, but in the UK that's the most extreme, and that is just my little practice outing.
Yeah, that's something that this thing does every day. It's fine.
So now we're going into the proper challenges, the hardcore challenges. Before we get into the challenges, I'm going to talk you around the exterior of the Sherp. So from a distance, it looks like a child's toy. Next to it, it looks like a tank. It's insane. The body is made out of aluminium, but the chassis is steel, including this bumper, which I'm sure meets all the latest pedestrian protection regulations. You can see there you've got huge amount of ground clearance. It's solid under there to protect it, and you've got a front hatch. This is how you get into the vehicle here. Down this ladder, then you climb in. Very easy to do. I'm not going to show you because I'll probably fall over. We've got LED lights, an LED light bar up there, big windows, and massive tyres. That's what this vehicle is all about. They're almost as tall as me, look, huge. I mean, we've got 25-inch rims, but they look tiny because you've got so much sidewall. Now, the engine is actually mounted in the middle. It's just in there. Right, so tall this thing. It's like almost 3 meters. Moving to the back, this is where you have your fuel tank, fill it with diesel, and there's another window at the back. This is how you load it. Another ladder here. So you just bolt that down, then you can climb in, and look, they've prepared a picnic for me. It's not a picnic, it's a winch. Now I'm going to talk you around the inside of the Sherp. So here I have all my switches for various things like my light bar, my water pump, the fuel heating. We've got
to put water in the bottle.
ambient lighting in the cabin. Lovely. We've also got a screen here for all my cameras, and then there's the infotainment system. Well, I say infotainment, it's got all your like information like your gauges, your RPM, and all that kind of stuff. We have the gear lever there. It's 6 gears. It's a gearbox from a Renault Clio, by the way. Got a fire extinguisher down there. Hopefully not going to need that at all today. We have some extra USBs here. Yeah, it's okay in here. Oh, and look, we've got some storage up there. Same on the other side. The windows, they're quite simple, just like slidey sliders. They're glass though. That's good. They are glass, aren't they? Yes, they are. Here in the back, there is loads of room. Part of the reason for that is that you have the roll cage, which is this, on the inside. If it was on the outside of the vehicle, then the interior would actually be smaller. As a result, we've got loads of headroom. loads of knee room. In fact, I can really stretch out. That's because this is in the 2-seater configuration. You can also get a 4-seater configuration here in the back, or a 7-seater, or you could just have all the seats removed and just loads of cargo space. Speaking of which, you have these cargo nets where you can store other things in as well. Spacious.
Based.
Now then, it's time for the Car Wow 5 annoying things about this car.
Nice,
While the Sherp can drive
car.
off-road and on water, it actually can't drive on-road. It's not because it physically can't, it's just legally not allowed to. That's because to turn it has to skid, and that just isn't allowed. Unless you're in Italy. It is road legal in Italy. Don't know how they got around the rules. Well, you can move the seats backwards and forwards. You can't recline them at all. And there's not lumbar support. That is just not acceptable on a vehicle that costs £120,000. While there's a security lock for the rear window, when you've got passengers in the back, you need to have this open so they can get in and out. That does mean that when you're driving along, all that's holding it shut are these gas struts. So you can do some hardcore off-roading with everything shut, and then the window just opens on you. If you had the roll cage on the outside, it would mean that if you rolled it, you would damage just the stiff metal roll cage rather than the bodywork. But as it's on the inside, you end up damaging the more fragile bodywork. So that can make it look a little bit bruised and battered if you get a bit too carried away. Air conditioning is a £4,000 optional extra, and it can get quite hot in here. However, it's not all bad. For instance, you do get a sunroof to vent out some of the hot air. Look. More of a hatch than a sunroof. Hello. It's a great view from up here. The Sherp has a 90-litre fuel tank, which is pretty big, but then you have another 50 litres in the hub of each wheel, which you can then pump into the main fuel tank. There's also another 50-litre fuel tank on top of the engine, which is pressurised, and that means that you always get fuel, even when you're driving on a side slope. You won't have fuel starvation. Now, all the fuel in this vehicle means that it can run constantly for 20 hours. The Sherp has a towing capacity of 2.4 tonnes. Now that might not seem like much when you consider that my old BMW X5 can tow 2.7 tonnes. Though that's a braked trailer. This Sherp could probably tow like 7 tonnes.
Yeah, it's
but that
expensive.
2.4 tonne rating is actually its amphibious towing capacity. So what it can tow on water. You have easy access to all the Sherp's mechanicals. So here you have the 2.2 litre diesel engine, which sends power into a 6-speed manual gearbox, which then sends power out to another gearbox. And then you have 2 drive shafts, one going to that side of the vehicle, then another going to that side. But in between those drive shafts and these other gearboxes on each side, you have a clutch pack and a brake, so it can actually stop the drive going to each side. Now, from that gearbox on each side, you then have a chain going to the back wheel and another going to the front, and the same on the other side. So you've got chain-driven wheels.
I wonder how many
rather
of
than
these we
drive
bought.
shaft-driven wheels, and that
Pretty
is just easy to
expensive,
fix
dude.
if something goes wrong. You can get the Sherp with a reserve
There's a lot of
battery,
talk about it
which
being
is
very
handy if the
simple
main battery fails.
in design.
Here we go then, our first challenge. We've shut the window because we're going to go through this muddy trail, and obviously there's some low branches. We don't want them coming in the cabin and smacking us in the face, do we? No. And here we go.
Okay, that's it. It's fine. Okay, I mean it's just going to go down. Okay.
This feels
See?
wrong.
That's fine. See now, look.
I want a steering wheel.
Now the engine is stopping us.
Yeah.
Okay, that's just a few rocks. Fine. This thing's meant to push down trees up to 10 centimetres.
I was just worried about your paintwork.
It's a wrap.
Okay.
So let's just try and go over that a little bit, because that's a bit of a tree. Okay. And yeah. Okay. It's a little bit overgrown, and we are going to be doing a little bit of brushy, but it's fine. Right, we might lose a camera here if we're not careful.
We can buy another one.
Oh, you missed it. Look at that. Very good.
Oh,
Awesome.
The way it's just smashing through that is so funny.
Well, it's a tank. It's my little tank. Oh, look at that. It's a bit soft there.
Yeah, so mud doesn't bother this, does it?
No.
This is easy mud, isn't it, for this?
Yeah.
There's quite some bad ruts
it's quite
there.
wide down there. Go for it. Yeah. Turn in.
Because many vehicles, like 4x4s, you
Okay,
just
so
get
we're
bottom out.
wider than these ruts, so we're going to ride the sides anyway.
I like riding the sides. But yeah, this is pretty gooey. Oh no, it's not actually that bad.
We will fall into this bit. It'll be great. That'll be nice. Get a bit of mud. And we're going to ride the sides on the way out, because now we're going to get wedged. So it's going to go.
The way it just chugs along.
Now we're just wedging our way out.
So it's climbing up the banks.
Yeah.
Which way is the most tricky?
To me, it looks like straight through is the most tricky, but you know.
Yeah, let's go straight
all
through.
around that way. See if we can turn around on the left here.
This one here?
See if we can turn up that, yeah.
Okay.
I'll give it some. So it's going to grip on this side. Okay, now let go both. Go. There you go.
And then
I mean, it's like
that
simple.
looks nasty.
Let's go for it.
Yeah, this is like kind of rancid, boggy goo. It just doesn't care. Sharp really don't give a. What's that rumbling?
It's all right.
It's just all right. This is
you don't
cool.
have to be delicate with it. You know, it's. I like to say, it's a very bomb-proof type vehicle.
You can feel it when it starts to get a bit wedged.
Oh, is it now?
Not gonna lie, that was just too easy.
Yeah. We can go through there.
Yeah, let's go through there.
Just watch the trees. So give it some now. Power it round. Okay. So we need to really watch because we're going to be very close here.
Yeah.
And I don't want to ride that side and lean against the tree.
Okay.
So no more steering now. Okay. We're very close to this tree again, so no more steering.
No more steering.
A little bit right now.
Now you want steering?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a bog, that is.
Yeah.
Can we go to the left here?
Yeah. I don't know how tight it is in there. We might have to back out, but just go for it. Go up there.
This is incredible. We can just go out straight up here, right?
Yeah. Didn't mind that lump there.
I didn't even notice the lump. I was busy looking down here at stuff and thinking about holding one and releasing another and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So once you get the hang of it, it's not that difficult, is it?
No. Quite easy to get to know the width of the vehicle and get close to things. So.
Well, I think that's that obstacle quite easily completed. Let's do something a bit harder. For this second challenge, we are just going to drive over this area where loads of trees have been cut down. So driving over logs, tree stumps, the kind of thing that would like normally snag your 4x4. In we go. Can you go over this bit here?
Yeah.
Right, I should just get ready. This is horrible.
Yeah, this is dug up tree roots, wood, rubbish.
So this is kind of the conditions the vehicle was designed for, because it was developed by some chap out in Siberia, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So who was he, and what did he make it for?
Well, he made it so he could get out of where he lived in Siberia during winter and in summer. And in summer, it was basically just mud and marshland
Siberia is in Russia.
and forestry.
I can't believe it's going over
So
the
we're going to go up
stumps.
there anyway. So,
What?
Yeah. So, what we'll do is we'll pick a line. So we'll go around there. We'll take a right and we'll just go straight up there.
Before we go up there,
Yeah.
can it go over these?
Oh yeah.
You can go straight over these?
Yes. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. 1 metre obstacle. That's what you got to remember.
This?
Yeah. I mean, you wouldn't take your 4-wheel drive down here for sure.
This is crazy.
And you're not having to do anything.
I'm not doing anything. So I just need to avoid that one.
No, this is the torque. No, you don't have to avoid that one. You'll go over that.
You go over that?
Yeah, you will go over that, but it might be a little bit leaning to the right if we do.
Oh.
Okay, it's alright.
I panicked a bit.
Oh. You're going to be leaning to the left.
car
of it. Remember,
that
we have a 30-degree lean
is
angle.
all terrain.
So let's just
Can
keep
it go
nice
over
and
that
gentle
terrain?
here and steer down the slope. Oh.
Yeah.
This is
Okay,
this is
now we'll
crazy.
steer down onto the flat and where we can turn around. Okay.
Can I go over that there?
Yeah, if you line up on it properly. Go for it.
Is that all right like that?
Yeah, let's do it.
I'm not sure I could walk over this.
Good to the right. There you go. Over there, right.
It's a cute car.
Can I
though.
just go this one?
Yes, let's go there.
That's
Okay.
Just let it do its thing. First gear.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Nice and gently. If you see if we're going to fall into a lump, try and steer us away from it. Don't try and steer too much when we're going uphill.
Okay.
Okay, just let it go. Let it go. We're going to fall into this hole on the right.
Just be brave, yeah?
Yeah. Keep going. Keep it going.
No, it got
this
itself
guy
out.
tests the.
Keep it going.
Whoa! The trees are getting their own back. That looks like it should puncture these tyres.
We're going to have to go to the... That's it. That's it. Leave it at that. We're going to go lean to the left a bit because of that stump.
Whoa!
Okay, it's fine. Keep going. Hello. We'll find somewhere to...
Exit.
О май гад, degenerate fucking русак. Мать ебал, батю ебал, сестру ебал, собаку твою ебал. Пошел нахуй, мразь, тварь ебаная.
Because we've got some bumps here and I don't want to bump.
I hope he heard all of that, because you banned him real quick, man.
Well, okay. Remember the 30-degree thing, that's what so let's steer down the slope.
I'm doing alright, but...
Steer down the slope. Steer down the slope a bit more. Okay. Right over the stump.
Pisak.
And we're just going to go down.
Is that it now? I've lined it up good.
Sucks, dude.
Just let it go.
Yeah,
what are they gonna?
Because we've got 600 ground clearance, but
what are they expecting is gonna happen? Like everyone's gonna be like,
let's take the gnarly route, eh?
What?
Take the gnarly route back.
Which way?
Just dodge the tree stuff.
It all looks gnarly. So how much is one of these?
They start around 120,000 and they can go up to around about 150 depending on options.
So this one I'm driving here.
It's close to 150.
150. Is that because you've got the cup holders?
Yes, yeah.
I mean, going through this is just insane. So that is tree stump challenge complete. Let's try something even harder. Now we're going to try the Sherp on a water obstacle. So we're going to go wading through this lake, and we're not sure how deep it is. What's the wading bit for this?
600 millimeters.
600 millimeters? That's not that much.
No, but then again, it doesn't wade after that, it floats.
Because you've got such huge tyres? Yeah. Okay, well let's get floating or wade. We don't know how deep it is. It might wade, it might float. We'll find out.
Oh, you got a job, man. Congrats.
Yeah. So one thing we need to do before we float is we need to let a bit of air out of the tyres, which gives us a better profile to act as paddles. So we have a valve over there that says open on it. There's a button there that says open.
Yeah.
You want to push that. And we're going to look for it when that gets to water.
100,000 pounds less than many fancy consumer cars.
So now we let a bit of air in our tyres. Now we can go. So
what the fuck are you talking about? Range Rovers do not cost 250,000 pounds. Are you fucking smoking crack?
Because we need more wheel speed.
We don't know if we're going to float yet because we don't know how deep this is.
Yes, we could just drive across the puddle.
We're going to get wet, aren't we? So first gear in.
Did you put the plug in?
So I can see the bottom here.
They say it's a lot deeper in the middle.
I don't know why I'm steering. I can just go straight, can't I?
Yeah. Yeah, so we're still on the ground.
Well,
we're still on the ground.
We're not on the ground now.
Now we're floating.
That's weird.
So now put it in the third. Put it in the third because otherwise we haven't got any steerage. You can't steer. So now drive it. Okay, let go. There you go, now we're going straight.
Remember the guy you banned earlier that you knew was Russian?
We're a boat.
Yeah, sure, maybe.
That's crazy.
Is he?
You can just hear us, we just hit the ground then.
Yeah.
Quality
so
engineer
now we
for
turn nicely.
VW.
So obviously it's not as deep as they think it is, but now we're floating again.
Nice.
You can just tell it starts to just rock.
That pays well?
So we're properly floating.
Yeah.
What happens if I floor it?
Nothing, different.
Check in on band requests.
We'll get 3 miles an hour hopefully.
Okay, let me finish this.
It's not quite a speedboat, but...
Is it just touching the floor occasionally?
Oh, I'm lagging.
Whee!
It's because you're clutching the sides.
I want to go out through this.
Yeah, so when if we hit ground at that speed, you'll feel it and it'll launch. So
first,
when we're back on the ground, we stuck it back in.
Look, I nailed that, Chris.
But you said
nailed
it's
that.
100,000 cheaper than
like
consumer cars.
A Sherp Pro now.
It's actually more expensive.
I think it's time to level up. Let's level up again. We have now come to the final challenge, and it is a serious challenge. Gonna drive up this most insane rock crawl. In fact, it's more of a boulder crawl. Really?
Yeah, well, they call it the Dragon's Tail. I just thought we'd have a go.
Just thought we'd have a go. Okay, do you know what? It's going to go up, isn't it? I think it is. Well, I hope it is. I'm a bit nervous.
You're right.
Is that good?
Yep.
Just let it
go. Let it go.
Chug its way up here.
Yeah, give it a little bit of throttle. Okay, remember, we're going to have to try and turn on this, so we're going to do everything nice and slow and steady.
Okay.
Because we know we're going to be bumping all over the place.
So I'm starting to turn now.
That's it, yeah. Okay, now that's it, we're aiming, we're good. Now remember, we have a 1 meter clearance on all obstacles. That's not more than a meter.
That looks pretty bad. Are we going to do that, Lon?
Yeah, it might bang, but we'll be all right. We should clear it.
I like the way I'm just like no-handed. It's like I'm on auto cruise.
Okay, this one's going to be a bit of a lump climb because we're talking quite a lump. The one we're just about to do now, it's going to go quite high. Okay, now this next one's going to be an issue because we're going to need to go to the right a bit. That's it. Let it go now. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Let it go to the right a bit more. Okay, that'll do. There we go.
What were you reaching for there?
Nothing. Nothing.
You've got nothing
Thin
to
air.
reach for.
Thin air.
Right again.
Fade to the right. Yeah. Okay. Let it go.
I did well there.
Okay. We're gonna miss that one. All right.
That one.
Yeah. Because that one's
Don't look at it. I'll go to that gap.
We'll go to the one.
I'm going to set it up now.
That's it. Yeah.
This looks insane. We're not going up that.
Yeah, we are.
That big lump there. That big boulder.
Yeah. We're going to go to the right now.
God damn,
okay,
bro.
Go straight.
This is serious shit.
Ram it. Okay. Now stop. Stop there, stop there, stop there. Pull the brakes. So we're going to fade to the right now, okay?
Dodge
so
volunteers almost got under the shells.
We let go one.
I'm going to let go of that one because no, I want to go the other one.
Yeah, and people live like that every fucking day.
Okay,
Can you
find
imagine?
the bite point, pull away.
Okay.
Okay, give it some beans because she's going to drive it round. That's it. Okay, let it go two. Okay, and again.
There we go.
Okay, when we get up on top here,
great.
He wants us to turn around. So, now go to the left.
Okay, I'm on the hill start. Right, here we go.
There we go.
Right! I'm a Sharp Pro! I'm a Sharp Pro!
We should naturally be able to go to the right here, but you need to line yourself up because we don't want to be turning on the slope.
Otherwise you'll roll over.
Okay, so we're going to burn it round. Okay. Okay, and then we're going to chickle down on first. So go right now.
Ready?
Right. That's it. Keep going, keep going. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Okay, now let it go on brakes. That's it. So you let that go a little bit too slow. You see
that was too slow?
Yeah, because what happened there was that you let it through the clutch.
Okay.
We need to turn. Whoa. Okay, let it go, let it go. Yeah, that wasn't very clever. It's all right. That 30 that we definitely did the 30
screaming
there.
so much, bro?
Oh, crap.
You're as a grown man, son.
We got it. There you go. Panic over. No white knuckles.
That was me. You know, just a few.
That was me panicking.
Yeah, it was you panicking. But before I was just going, yeah, Sharp Pro, and then all of a sudden, not so pro, semi-pro. Did it though?
Did it?
Wow, that was impressive. I enjoyed that. Let me just
change my pants.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Well, that was amazing. Thank you very much for letting me have a go in the shaft, Chris. It's.
Yeah, we're overheating.
We're overheating.
Yeah. So
at least one of the issues wasn't the fact that we're both in hospital because we rolled over. So that's all right. Oh, where are you going? Okay, right, that's okay. So, yeah, we had a bit of a battery issue. One of the batteries, it's got two batteries. Something's wrong with one of the batteries. Quite easy fix, but it meant that we didn't have the cooling fans on, so it overheated. It's nothing to do with my bad driving that you had to save me from there. But wow, what an impressive vehicle, really is. Thank you very much for letting me have a go in it. If you want to find out more about this shop, there's a link in the description, okay? It's the most insane off-roader I've ever off-roaded in. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a like. Let me know what you think of the shop in the comments below. Click over here.
Fucking make it a fucking like, mate.
Watch some more videos.
Fuck, I'm getting fucked.
Car you just upload some photos with a brief description. Then dealers all across the country will bid on your car. It's easy. You can calm down now, Chris.
Is that a commercial? Oh my god, I'm fucking getting killed. Okay, give me a second. I need to finish this. This is probably the highest level dungeon I've ever done. And I might actually do it. I do have one revive remaining though. So. Okay, about to do it. I'm about to do it, guys. Got it. Easy. Fuck off. Easy clap, bro. Nice, fucking nice. Sweet. What's that? Nice. This is fucking good. All right. All right. Any news going on? Yeah, somebody wanted. Oh, shit. What happened? Camera froze. I thought we were gonna go through it just fine, but not this time. Not today. Okay, we're all good. Somebody wanted me to comment on the U.S. weapon package. It's alright. It's good, you know. Nothing new necessarily, but more Bradleys and more Strikers, always good, you know. I'm just wondering, when is the big counteroffensive, you know? I mean, it was, listen, we're taking back territory, but you know, I want to see that fucking pumped up excitement again. It's like a drug, dude. It is like a drug. Basically, we had this couple of times, right, throughout this whole fucking thing, and unbelievable to say, but Prigozhin was the latest contributor to the excitement of Russia getting fucked. But it is a matter of time. Yeah, I know. But it's like a drug, man. Just like seeing them fucking cope, you know. Is there a rehab for counteroffensive addiction? Right. Russians joke. All we found out today is that if God forbid NATO attacks us, the most we'll be able to do is dig out the asphalt and call Lukashenko. True. China. Okay, guys. Thank you. Okay, guys, listen. Thank you for watching the stream. Hope you enjoyed. Tune in tomorrow, boys. I stream every day. Okay. News, war footage, anything, the best opinions in politics, and you know, just you know the drill. So make sure to follow, make sure to join my Discord. It's the stuff where you can talk about stuff with other people that's gonna talk about the same stuff with you. So if yeah, you can get on that community, stuff like that, posting memes, posting jokes, you know, posting information. Also make sure to support my stream. You can do that by subscribing to my Patreon. You can just donate by PayPal or credit card. You can just use this tip in the chat and you get all the necessary links. And of course, tune in tomorrow, boys. Okay, see ya.